parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met, if not
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo, even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually.
Going for the fifth. How many is this guy going to get before they take him out? iPow is just dominating. He's heating up, and this is the last value one.
Tinalunan, tapos inilapit para kay Armen para patayin na siya mga katropa. One hit kill! One hit kill! Galing kay Armen mga katropa with that sniper kill, and they're going.
No, but maybe go for some exit frags here as DT. In spot Salvasova, gonna get the kill. Yes, he will get the headshot. Hello everyone and welcome to the Alliance Games featuring Call of Duty Mobile, co-presented by Globe, dubbed by the community as the UAAP/NCAA of esports. Alliance student clubs from all across the Philippines are #AllG to compete in multiple esports titles and rep their campus. I'm your caster, Gas Talks Fast, and with me of course is the wonderful Beef Mommy, and we'll be shoutcasting your matches for today. What's up, Beef?
Yes, sir. Wow. Honestly, it has been a long time coming. We are at the last stretch of the playoffs. Not only that, but this entire series, we're headed to Conquest in 2 weeks. So July 23 and 24, mark your calendars because the teams that you'll see today, one of them will be going into the playoffs and into the finals. Who's going to be going up against? Obviously, Veritas Arcus going at the top seed right now, but it's going to be a long time coming. You can see here, Fit Dasig versus PUP Pylon Phantoms going up against each other, trying to see who's going to make it into the losers round 4. And take a look at that. ADMU LG Altair is sitting right there waiting for their opponent.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty at the top, and it's gonna be a tough battle though, regardless, because both of these teams they offer something really unique to the table. Like in contrast to Ateneo's style, which is very strategic. Like they're smart, they're good at adjusting. These two teams as explosive as can be. We're talking nuclear. And Beef Mommy and I were just talking about how phenomenal these teams are at just being dynamic, adjusting, but more importantly, in terms of gun skill, they can definitely match up. And right now, I'm erring on the side of PUP right now just because of how well they've been performing so far. But Beef, what are your thoughts?
Oh, take a look at that. Look at our map selection. They're all classic maps, but there's one little map that I'm kind of looking my eye on because Takeoff, we said this before, and yes, both of us really wanted PUP to win this, but like what you said, Fit Dasig did such a tremendous job in Takeoff, so I am not quite sure where I'm going to take my eyes on here. Obviously, it's an even matchup. Both of these teams very explosive. Obviously, for PUP Pylons, they're really good when it comes to the respawns, but we saw Fit Dasig absolutely crush it, especially up against Sage Esports, where they went, I think, 50-point difference, where Unknown absolutely popped off with, 40 kills in that matchup, and they just had such a clutch win.
Yeah, and this is the thing about Fit Dasig, right? A big factor in that is their great use of their operator skills. I mean, I've seen Unknown and Nomi just like Unknown pop off with the Annihilator, and everybody else on Fit Dasig as well. They're so good at using their operator skills, and that's the big issue that PUP might have to deal with. It's the fact that PUP, for the past few performances we've seen them in, they tend to rush on their operator skills, and that's why the biggest ban of all, the Annihilator ban, could possibly swing things in their favor. But the Death Machine is still available on the pickup, and we're sure to see it on this first hardpoint match.
And here we go. Finally, our first game of today. We do have 2 series. One series right now, PUP, Pylons, Phantoms going up against Fit, Dasig. And now let's see. Early kills right now. So it's going to be really good points for Fit, Dasig. You already know they're really good with the aggression. But how can PUP go and respond to that? Because they're a very aggressive team as well. But what you said, don't let the score streaks come for the side of Fit, Dasig. Because they know, and the operator skills as well, because they know how to use it very, very efficiently.
Yeah, and already with the Sig, they have really good control here, top, tin, and tower. That's a death squad right now. Pibs is taken out as well. Aishi just trying to contest up there, and they're able to get the point so far, but Unknown immediately moving in, and right now it's just a back and forth. It's a teeter-totter because neither of them can get a good spawn, and nobody can hold on to positions long enough. Maybe top tower can help them, but there's still nobody on the point. That's how hotly contested and difficult it is for either team to wrest control. Finally, the Sig, they're able to do it, but once more, just contest after contest. This is looking to be a heated game, and finally, we see the first rotation, and this is so difficult. Even with power positions, the Sig still can't pull ahead.
But now, even though Dasig went in there early into the rotation of the hard point, they weren't able to go and keep it. As you can see here, PUP able to flush in very efficiently, 2 of 2. But you can see here the sandwich coming in from Fit Dasig might be a little bit of an annoyance for them. And there you go, just like that. They take a hold again of American. So really big rotations coming in from both of these teams. So again, Fit Dasig went there early, but then PUP couldn't really handle it for a long time. And now we get to see Fit Dasig yet again having a hold of that. But then a 4-stack going into American, going inside for the pickup truck, not really quite winning all of the gunfights, and just like that, Fit Dasig still has a really solid hold here in American.
And this is where things could swing in their favor, because the Sig, they're known to be very slow starters, but right now they're just coming hot. They're coming hot out the gates, and they have good positions, they have good spawns. They may not have bathroom, but they do have a lot of control. 10 seconds left. It looks like PUP Pylons, they're just playing for the second point. But the question is, can they hold it? Because immediately we're going to be seeing a rush. Score streak already available. That is the Purifier. Could we see a quick turnaround from PUP, considering they do have trailer control?
Yeah, the trailer control is going to be really important for them, but then what my main concern is they don't have any Slayers outside of the hard point. Most of them are already inside. One grenade and they're basically out already, and just like that, Fit Dasig flushes every single one of the players out, and now PUP struggling because they focus a little bit too much on the OBJ. They did stay there, they're anchored it, but sadly enough for them, the slaying was just not there, but then it's a good thing. They tried to go in there for the contest, but then big kills coming from Nams right now, 11 already to his name, and not just that, Purifier already.
This is pure respect. This is pure respect from PUP, and it's not working out. Look how they're positioning. They're playing one by one. They're stacking the hard point all together, and that's not what you want to see against a team that's just so good at operator skills and so good at the controlled chaos. And immediately the Sig, they're showing us why they are on top, why they are the fighting Tamaraos with that crazy trailer hold point after point. PUP, they just can't catch a break right now. This spawn might do it for them though.
This is going to be a little bit tricky for me because we already know that Fit Dasig really just goes in there for the momentum. Not only that, the rotation is very good for them, but if they don't go in there early, they can go infiltrated. The retake is just so good for them, and yes, even though PUP Pylons go in there very early, Fit Dasig just wins all of their gunfights time and time again, especially with the Purifier in hand. They can definitely go and win it, and just like that, you get to see the Purifier didn't even stand a chance up against Fit Dasig, and especially with a shotgun player like that. But at least you can see here, Pylons finally getting a lot of the points that they lost in the past few hard points that they have, but the rotation seems to be like they are good when it comes to infiltrating that, but Fit Dasig, they're having a bit of a hard time going in for the contest here.
This could be the money hill for PUP. I mean, there are operator skills available on the side of Fit Dasig, but it looks like they're gonna be holding on to them for a while, maybe playing for a bit of those clutch plays. They might just give this up to PUP, and this is where PUP could fight for that momentum. But never mind, Dasig, they're just gonna contest it. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. And PUP, they're gonna try for this early rotation again. This is difficult. PUP, they just can't catch a break.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But Pibbs was in a really good spot, especially with the RPDs. You already know that gun absolutely shreds the season. But having that anchor position, that power position, that was supposed to be a good thing. But unfortunately for him, not really winning the gunfight. And now they're trying to get a hold of all those power positions where Fit Dasig doesn't really quite have them as of right now. But the tower play is definitely going to be really essential for PUP. That's player number 1. That's going to be really big for them if they get a hold of that. But unfortunately for them, a lot of the other players, but then really big Perfect pred kill by Mael right now. Really just flushes out 2 of the players of Fit Dasig. So there you go. You can see a lot of the points finally getting through, but 142 and 67, that's not going to be easy.
It's a tough hill to climb, definitely. PUP, they're gonna try their best. I mean, with the split spawn from the Sig, it could work, but the split spawn is quickly turning into a pinch. 1 and 3. They're gonna have to hold on to this point for dear life. They're able to do it. 19 seconds left. They really need to soak up this position. Mel's doing a great job as the anchor, but he needs to. They really need to OBJ this a little bit better, and they're doing well. And it looks like the Sig, they're just playing for the next rotation because they have that comfortable lead.
Yeah, you're right. And now it's just not comfortable right now for PUP because they have to play a perfect hard point. It all takes how many points? 6 points for Fit Dasig to win this. Game number 1, as you can see here, the start off is finally going to push through. Play number 4, though, that's going to be really big kills. Aishi finally gets 1 big kill, wins the second gunfight. That is big kill coming from Aishi right now, but then they need to stop the push coming in from the pickup truck. But then player number 3 obviously stopping that. There you go, PUP's actually hanging on by a thread. 2 more points for Fit Dasig, but it looks like PUP doesn't want to stop this fight.
PUP, they're picking things up. They definitely got a bit of their second win from Aishi. And Aishi is just popping up. He's heating up. He's the last person you want there. And with Mael holding onto those anchor positions, this could be big. Pibs already has the spawn down firing range, but now it's just playing for the next rotation as well. They're just gonna leave 1 OBJ to hold the line. That's Marcella.
Oh no! Will history not repeat itself where Fit Dasig won that challenge against Sage Esports where they won, absolutely clutched it. But it looks like with XS1 Goliath in hand for PUP, it looks like they're going to give them a hard time. They will actually win this rotation if the Goliath goes in there with the solid defense. They need to pull all stops. The Gravity Vortex not really used well, not utilized well. 148, 2 more points for Fit Dasig and 10 more for PUP. But it's not going to be easy because the XS1 Goliath with such great defense, PUP will win this. Fit Dasig just bit their own bullet, trying to say bye-bye. You know what? We're going to try to go win this. But no, it's 250. So we absolutely it's 250. I completely forgot that it's 250. I was hyping it up. But you know what?
I was waiting. I was just like...
I was waiting for it too, right? It's just like, you know what? We're just gonna chill out here because it's 250.
I mean, it's still big. I mean, this is a testament to just how well Aishi is playing this game. He's turning it on, and that's the last person you want alive. He's able to get an XS1 Goliath on the second rotation from what looked to be an impossible situation. This is big, and the turnaround is already starting. It looks like we see a little bit of rattling. Nam's able to do it. This guy is a superstar, one of the best supports in the game. Able to take out Mael, but nope, unable to. Actually, Mael on that kilo is able to take him down instead. And immediately, we have this rotation, but with the cluster strike denying any point of entry, we're going to have to play for a group hostile takeover down in wood.
Oh, well, I'm not quite sure if I like that cluster coming in from PUP. I feel like it was kind of like a wasted opportunity to kind of flush out here from Belong. So, but yes, they were able to gather a lot of the points already, and that's why we like to play this 250 hardpoint, because as fast as they had the lead, Fit Dasig definitely had the lead in the beginning, and the fact that there's 250, that you can have a lot more points, and you can see here PUP was able to take that time, and now they're up 50 points. And now getting a lot of the points here as well, they struggled to get most of the points here from the first restart. Now that is a really good sign that this team, they definitely know how to adjust their standings.
Yeah, I mean, Pylons, they just came out of nowhere. I mean, AC just turned it on, and right now they're full up on score streaks almost. They already have that Dragonfly. It's just a matter of holding on to the point for every single second it's worth, because you do not want to lose that momentum that you've so masterfully set up. And they're finding their positions, and they're winning their gunfights, and right now, it looks like they're going to be winning this first rotation as well.
Well, you can see here, Fit Dasig kind of having a hard time going into the power positions, because you can see that PUP Pylons already have a hold of it. We got player number 5, Pips, going in for the top 10. You already know that top 10 and tower, and plus trailer control is going to be important here in P1. But so far, none of these teams really have a solid map control, but you can see it's just like a back and forth when it comes to getting the kills and trying to establish the position.
And this was a story that we've had. No team in the history of this current game has been able to convincingly hold on to P1. And that's where things get dangerous for both of these teams. Because if they're able to keep that game of seesaw alive, at least on the side of Fit the Sig, they could win this game. But with 9 seconds, 9 points, 7 points, and the cluster strike to boot, there's not much of a chance for Fit the Sig. And PUP, Pylons, they take the first game. Oh, wait, that was a little bit premature on my part. Actually, they're still fighting. They're still fighting. But I don't think
Okay, we're good now.
they take it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as bad as my premature announcement possibly a while ago. But you know what? We're not talking about that. We're not going to talk about that. That never happened. You know what? PUP Pylons had a very convincing win here, as what we thought that Fit the Sig was going to win it into the halfway point. They just dropped off the map and they just couldn't handle the fire that PUP had. So I think it was the mixture of the score streaks. Now they had such a good use of that. The XS1 Goliath definitely was so big for them into the trailer hill. Now, I mean, I think that for me that's the biggest one. That's where everything turned around.
Yeah, definitely. I mean that's the thing. Like in games as close as this, it's all about using that IQ, all about using the score streak and operator skill timing. I mean, you talked about using the clusters for more than just denial on the point. It's about securing locations, securing routes, securing power positions, just funneling the spawn, controlling a big part of the game. And you know, we have to credit that not just to the gun skill of Pylons, but the intelligence to just know when to use it and how to use it. And simply put, they just suddenly took over the game as soon as they heated up. They knew how to take advantage of the momentum that they had, and that's what won them out. That's what allowed them to close out the game. It was really just knowing what to do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about the cluster strike, where map knowledge really comes into play. You have to know where spawns are going to be. I think there was 2 clusters that could have done a bigger job when it comes to PUP, where I think that was in P5, where they were in Woodhouse and it was supposed to be, I mean P4, it was supposed to be really good. But you, instead of the cluster strike being in mid, I feel like it should have been in B long, where they knew the spawns were going to be there. Because yes, there will be people there, but the hot spot is going to be in B long. And for the second cluster, I feel like it was going to be okay because it did stop players from Fit the Sig to stop there. So I feel like that was a better cluster. So again, it's really just IQ plays like that, where you have to consider, do I put the cluster right on top of the hard point? Or do I put it in a spot where you know a lot of them are going to be incoming because it's going to be like a spawn?
Yeah, definitely. And that's it. It's just IQ. And this is the semis. So you should expect teams to be smart, to be making these higher value decisions. I mean, all of these decisions have value, but you have to make the optimal play, especially with your score streaks. And both of these teams, they are really, really showing the best they can do. But at the end of the day, it's the team that can outbrain the other that will win it, because all things being equal, these 2 teams basically play the same. They have the same amount of skill. They have typically the same type of play style, and it's just about which team is brainier than the other. Which brings us to the next map, Beef Mommy,
yes.
S&D.
S&D, and it's going to be in a map where we really, really love to see it, because obviously Standoff is a very classic map that a lot of our players really like to play in all game modes. So this is going to be hard for me, because the last time PUP Phantoms, where they just kind of had a little bit of a hard time in S&D, but you know what? It doesn't really matter for them. They just have to keep playing to their strength, which is basically aggression. And for Fit the Sig, they're really strong here as well. But I feel like what we talked about a while ago, I think Pylons just need a little bit more finesse when it comes to S&D. But for Fit the Sig, I think they're a little bit more comfortable in this game mode. Where Pylon, I think they have more power when it comes to the respawns. So I think when it comes to game number 5, if we reach game number 5, that is, Fit the Sig will have a better chance of winning this. But if we ended at game number 4 or even domination, let's say Pylon Fit wins this, then obviously they'll have the crown going into the round 4 of our lower brackets.
Yeah, they'll have a chance to face off against Ateneo, fight for that championship crown. But I'd just like to add a little something. Let me just, bilang kontrabida, diba? I think that Fit the Sig, I mean, this team, we can't count them out. They're an underdog team.
Absolutely not.
Because just because of how well they perform in these high pressure situations. I love how Fit the Sig plays from behind, just because of how they just play on instinct. It seems almost like there are times where they make these crazy instinctual plays, instinctual adjustments that just win them games. And an SND in a game mode where gun skill matters and instincts matter. Talking about COD timing, this is where Fit the Sig could thrive, and this is where Fit the Sig can definitely turn it around. I mean, all of them, they're just absolutely cracked.
Yeah, I mean, all of these teams, they're here for a reason. They reached this part of the tournament for a reason. And now they're fighting for the final spot. And yes, whichever team gets through to this one, it's not the end of the road for them yet because they still have to fight another giant, which is sitting right there. LG Altair obviously is another giant on its own. But then all of these teams, all three teams playing today, all they want to be at is where DLSU is at, Veritas Arcus, which is a seat at Conquest at July 23, where they definitely can try to win everything. Obviously, we're going to hype that up because it will be a LAN event. So if you guys haven't gotten tickets yet, go ahead. The link is right there. Go to Conquest because you're going to be seeing us. All of your favorite esports personalities, Kaide, Lily, you got Reeves as well, plus others, a lot more, because I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I mean, like, even the Sheesh guy is there. I call him Sheesh guy.
Oh, yeah. Sheesh.
Sheesh!
Yeah.
Mr. Konyo, the guy who
Yeah.
Mr. Konyo. He's so funny, guys. You should go there. He'll make you laugh. Like, it's a hoot,
G
honestly.
Konyo is definitely a really hot content creator right now. So if you
Yeah.
want some soya bean curd right there, he has it. What's your sinker spare? Oh, I hate that we're gonna be casting LaSalle and also DLSU and ADMU. She.
Yeah. Well, if there's one thing you can count on, it's, high skill and lots of fun. I mean, that's what Conquest and gaming is all about. That's why thank you so much to Globe and AcadArena and, of course, all of our wonderful partners for making this event happen. I mean, of course, as well as our viewers, because this is a wonderful undertaking. Speaking of wonderful undertakings, it looks like we're going to be seeing one right now here on Standoff, as on the Gorilla side, we will be having... I'm sorry, my screen is lagging. PvP.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, at this point, our internet can't really handle the fire right now. But you can see over here, Jike gets that first kill. The bomb will be dropped, unfortunately, right now for PUP. But then a really good establishment, though. A really good response coming in from PUP as we see a double. Finally evening things out at 3-3. As you can see, Fit the Sig just sitting there in spawn. Really kind of having a hard time trying to get information. But for them, I feel like they need to go around, probably go through Broken. Because right now, one grenade can actually just disseminate the whole team. So again, applying that pressure, but still, the plan finally comes through.
Oh, and this is a very bad position because now they're forced into a funnel towards A just because of this mid control, and immediately that's what wins them this game. You talked about it earlier. Having control of a map is huge, especially on a map like Standoff. That funnel was just a great big brain play from PUP, but the old habits of hitting the same spot and doing the same thing could have some trouble dying here for PUP, and the adjustment already from the Sig is going to show us that.
And now we can see here, finally, one person's going to be down though as PUP gets that first blood. And that's going to be very, very hard because very deep into spawn, trade after trade, finally getting to see a lot of these kills. A 3v4 situation, still very doable for Fit the Sig to do. But just like that, we get to see only one person left as Marcella gets a beautiful 2K. And now needs to be very careful, but has a prime position to go and try to even things out. One person tries to go in there for the hunt, though. Let's see if he's going to be winning that gunfight, and unfortunately doesn't quite win, so as Mael puts that nail in the coffin, securing that second round here for PUP.
PUP is pulling everything out of their strat book. I mean, we saw the mistakes they would make on SND where they just get a little bit too comfortable. Now PUP, they're just pulling out strats. They're going for that goal. They're going for that mid control. They're messing with their heads, just challenging Dasig, saying, hey, we're right here, come and get us, and winning every single time. They're playing the trade game so well, and right now this could be a dangerous situation, but Unknown with a nade on Marcella is able to even things out. Another battle and another day, another man, person, woman down for the side of Pylons, but the time is ticking for them. 1.5 minutes left. They should be using this to de-aggress, maybe chill a little bit. Aishi taking a fight though, and the life of Noms. It's It's up to Rosso to hold things down. Gets the drop on Aishi, but can Aishi drop him? Yes, he can. Yes, we can. Pylons take a 3rd point.
That was. I feel like that probably should have been slowed down just a little bit for the side of Fit the Sig and waited for the plant instead. But then the aggression, like what we keep saying, if you try to aggress up against a very aggressive team like PUP, Pylon Phantoms, you're not going to win it. That's how they keep trying to go in. Every round that they won up against the last day, I think that was against the Malayan Warlocks, that's how they won all of the rounds that they did because of the aggression. And so what the Warlocks did, they slowed it down. And now for Fit the Sig, they need to slow it down because they are at the defense. They have to wait, and now they're finally waiting as Rosso finally gets that kill. PUP Mael goes down, and now we are at a 3v4 situation.
Yeah, and that's a good adjustment from the SIG to just mess with the tempo of PUP. They have that rhythm, and right now the pickoffs are already there. The trades and the crossfires making it difficult for the challenges to happen. It's Nirvana all alone, but somehow Nirvana is able to do it, but eventually gets shut down by Special Forces. The SIG, they're able to take their first, and that was wonderfully spoken, Beef. I mean, the tempo change, just doing great work, and now this could be a swing in favor of the SIG.
Yeah, it could be if they just slow things down a little bit, and maybe when we see them at the attacking side, maybe that's when they'll start picking up the pace when it comes to the points. And now a split coming in from the side of the SIG. That is a really good strategy so far. 3-2 split, 3 coming in for the defense in A and 2 in the back alley. Now the back area is going to be very difficult because you don't have any kind of information whatsoever, and you're trying to see and try to get that information, but the information doesn't go down. But finally, bomb is going to be planted here in Alpha, where let's see if there's going to be a long rotation coming in from that Rosso guy going into the side of gas station.
Yeah, but this is a really good defensive setup for the attackers. That's Pylons. They're able to find the trades that they need, and the name of the game here is just delaying everything as much as possible. They're forcing Fit in a really uncomfortable spot, and Fit rushing through them are unable to take any trades at all. The positioning just not working out with Russell on the Mac 10, a bunch of LMGs, and a bunch of Piston M911. Okay.
MW11's right at your face, I guess. I mean, it's because they have the numbers advantage, but I guess we kind of saw it like Fit the Sig. That was a good effort, a valiant effort for them, but it's just the rotation from Rosso, I think, was just a little bit too long, where everyone else died in his team and he was still into the rotation. And now, a different case, though, coming in from the side of PUP, where they're trying to go in for the kills as well. They're trying to go in for the information and for the picks and not really planting that early.
Oh, yeah. But again, it's just not working out in the favor of Fit the Sig. I mean, Unknown is the last person standing, and this POP, they just keep changing things up every single round. It's really messing with the Sig, because you have to feel for them. They don't know what's coming next, and that's just because it seems like PUP, they have a really deep strat book prepared for standoff alone based on how they're playing right now.
Absolutely. And actually with PUP, they're really good at S&D as well. It's just their only qualm is that if you give them time, then that's when they kind of falter a little bit. But then they're so aggressive, as you can see over here. But finally, aggression has been retaliated here as Fit the Sig finally goes in there very aggressively and finally wins all the gunfights. And you get to see 2 points going in for the side of Fit the Sig and PUP. But there's 2 more rounds for them to go and win. As you can see here, Fit the Sig definitely has that bomb down. So now that we have the switcheroo, the attacker side being Fit the Sig, they're having an easier time when it comes to the plan.
Alright, let's see who has the better, deeper strat book. And it looks like the nade from Marcella. This is the second time Marcella's got a nade kill. Just saying, those are insane nades. Aishi is already down as well, one of their top fighters. Mael able to get that trade. Bonito on Mael as well, evening things out to a 3-3. But right now, they have a positional advantage, at least for the side of the SIG. Oh, this rotation could be big. EXO does not see. Oh, no. Oh, this could be... This could be a problem. This is a problem. Mael is not in a great spot. Just gotta push it. Just gotta fight it, you know. Just be a big boy. Nirvana takes him. 8 taken out by Rosso. The trades are already coming out. Marcella finding one. Somebody finding Marcella. That's Bonito. And 1v1, bomb is down with plenty of time. I don't think Pibs knows though.
Oh, what a cheeky spot. Taking a look at that. Pibs is just going to be sitting right in spawn, and Bonito doesn't know where he is. The information does get through. It finally gets spotted. Applying that pressure. 51 seconds left on the clock. That's still a lot of time to go in for a plant, but they know where each other is at. But then the problem is Bonito has the high ground, but then does go down. Tries to see where he can go and plant. Looks like B is going to be that answer for him. Enough for Pibs. Just needs to wait for the plant. Gets that information. Spots that. Knows very well. He only has 41 seconds to try and go make a difference.
Yeah, Pibs, not in a great spot. I mean, it's just a matter of anticipation and timing. Maybe Pibs just messing with the head of Bonito. This could be the turnaround. Bonito, I think Bonito has a good idea. Yeah, hide in a corner. Oh no! Oh no! The timing from Pibs!
Oh.
The timing from Pibs shuts Bonito down. 1 second away from looking at Pibs, but does not push through. And that was a big brain play from Pibs, just messing with that sense of timing and bringing PUP closer to the next second match point of this series.
COD timing was just not for the side of Dasig. Man, you just hate to see it. They were pretty willing. Yeah, like it was so close for them. But you know what? They need to make something different here because if they let PUP win this, it will be 2. And we are at a best of 5, yes, but you don't want to be in a position where you'd have to do a reverse sweep. Aishi gets finally unknown, gets a beautiful snipe. That's going to be very hard, but you can see player number 1, Mael, tries to go in for a really aggressive push. Almost gets one, but does get traded out here in gas station.
Oh, the SIG, they don't have any more numbers to play with, and that means they don't have any more mistakes and missteps to make, especially with Russo holding that DLQ. They need to find someone, but Aishi takes him out.
No.
It's 2 people left. It's 2 people left, and Jaika's just making the most of a bad situation. Maybe they find one more. Pibs, though, gets the timing, but not the kill. Bonito had the back
Aishi.
of... But Aishi again, just a menace on that DLQ. Bonito has nowhere to run and nowhere to hide because Aishi is watching Bakery. And Bonito just one step and they're out.
You have to be careful, sir. You only have a Mac 10. You're going up against a sniper. But there you go. Finally gets one. Gets rid of Aishi. Brings down the distance. That's going to be a really good spot. But you can see here, number 5, Nirvana is in a very cheeky spot as well, where he probably wouldn't be spotted. And there you go. He ends it. And now a 7-2. This is the second time that Bonito has been yeeted because someone was hiding in spawn. Oh my goodness. Good effort though, but obviously with the Pylon Phantoms, they're just a little bit too good.
Yeah, that was tough. I mean, to be fair, this is a different Pylons from what we've been seeing this entire series. I mean, like, you have to admit, we didn't expect this from them. They are playing on a completely different level. Like, I watched the VODs. We watched the VODs. This is not them. This is an imposter. It's looking kind of sus with how prepared they are for these games.
It's just really unfortunate because I feel like the only time that Fit the Sig was probably going to win this if they did win that hard point. Because I think out of all the game modes, maybe, well, I guess it depends on which team they're going up against and which map. Fit the Sig probably would have won it in hard point. But obviously PUP just had such an amazing late round. But here in S&D, I can't even say the same because it was such a dominating start to finish.
Yeah, I mean, and that makes that, as if you're Dasig, if you're a fan of Dasig, you would be concerned because they've been playing well in their gunfights. They've been outbraining Dasig so far, and Dasig, they're not a bad team by any means. But Pylon, it seems like they're out-strategizing Dasig. Like, they have a read on their tendencies. They have a read on what they need to do, when they need to do it, what the timings are. PUP, they're just coming hot out the gate. But the SIG, I truly believe they are slow starters. And I think the possibility for a reverse sweep is possible. And this is why. Because the SIG, on domination at the very least, they're good at their retakes. They're good at their retakes. They know how to get in. So if they can make the most of that and hold on for dear life, there is a huge chance that they can turn it around and keep the dream. Keep the dream for conquest, for LAN alive for fans of Fit the Sig.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen it before. We've seen them turn things around in domination, and we are having it at a very lovely map called Raid. So again, very classic maps that we love to see, but PUP Pylons is also very good at raids, so this is going to be very difficult and a very confusing thing to see. We love to see reverse sweep by Fit the Sig, but also Pylon Phantoms also very good in this map and also very good at domination. But the last time we saw them at domination, it is Summit. So again, it's a small map, but then raid is definitely a different one, and I think we'll see it how the timing of the operator skills and also the score streaks will go down. And what we said before the games even started, Fit the Sig is a little bit better when it comes to the timing with operator skills. So hopefully we do get to see that, because from that hardpoint game, we didn't really get to see much of it.
Yeah, and I think it's just because Fit the Sig, they're looking for their rhythm, and they can't find that, that momentum, that magic, because there's a special magic to Fit the Sig that I love to see. It's the fact that they are very good at making the opposing team very uncomfortable. So I would suggest they take down Aishi. They slow down Aishi's momentum. They push Mael off of the anchor positions that he's so good at holding on to and securing. And if they can deny those two, slow those two players down, make the rest of Pylons very uncomfortable, they take domination easy as cake.
Yeah, I mean, you need to have really good gameplay. Everything needs to be perfect. I mean, not just your skills, but also obviously with your connection. If you have a really bad internet, then obviously you wouldn't be in the game either way. So with that being said, have the best time with Globe Prepaids. Go plus 99 and get a total of 16 gigabytes of data. I need that in my life because sometimes my Wi-Fi fails and I play on my data. So that's 8 gigabytes for all your favorite gaming apps and 8 gigabytes for all sites and only all net text for 7 days. Download the new Globe One app now to register. So with that being said, again, with everything that we're going through, this is possibly the last game that we're going to be casting for these two teams right now. I'm hoping it's not going to be the case, though. What can Fit the Sig do to win this raid domination?
I think honestly, Fit the Sig, the one thing that really hurts them is that they start well, but they're having trouble maintaining that momentum, maintaining that consistency. Because as soon as they get in a rhythm, the problem is they're used to being the disruptors in the game. They're used to the ones making the explosive plays, suddenly catching a second wind. And I think that when Aishi started popping off and Mael started shutting them down, it was a bit of a shock to them on that respawn. Because for once, they experienced that discomfort. But if there's one thing that I would never fault, like you can't fault Fit the Sig for, it's their fighting spirit. I mean, this team has come back from near impossible odds, from worse situations, on spawns as well. I mean, if you guys watch, like Fit the Sig fans, you know what I'm talking about. That game against USA Sage, where they were struggling in hardpoint on raid. And they made the biggest turnaround to secure the game. Using their score streaks, using their gun skill, finding that second win. That's what Fit the Sig is known for. Warden said it himself. They're a dark horse, and you can't count them out of the race, no matter what stage of the tournament you are. So they, for sure, if they can get back to that mental, this little break from theirs is a good chance for them to get that reset and really think about how they can maintain consistency. I would suggest shutting down the heavy hitters, shutting down the anchors and the slayers on the side of PUP Pylons to make sure they can hold on to that domination.
Yeah, this is the best case scenario for them. Having raid in their presence, not just that, domination as well. So this is going to be very difficult, but obviously it is not impossible. Nam's going to be that guy up against Marstella, which we already know she's actually pretty cracked. And she did an amazing play here in Raid Search and Destroy, but obviously that's a different game mode where we get to see Fit the Sig having the more favorable side of the map. So that's a really good start here so far, but taking a look at that PUP, not really moving quite as much. So, I mean, we're not up yet. We're still waiting right now. Finally, Marstella connected. So we're just waiting for the players of PUP to connect right now. As what we said, probably not connected to go plus 99, y'all.
Exactly.
It's all about the internet connection here. The mga Philippines #1 when it comes to internet connection. I say that with a tear in my eye. And there you go. And finally, you get to see the teams finally connecting. And okay, there you go.
Yeah, hopefully we're the only ones crying, and maybe at the end of this series, we're crying tears of joy because it goes the distance, and immediately the Sig moving hot out the gates. They're gonna have to win this. The nades already coming through. throwing down whatever control they can have, and the first fight in Fountain is absolutely important. Aishi finding one, Mael and Pibs finding each other, and Bonito taking them out. Right now, it's still hotly contested around the Fountain area. They really want to make sure they clear everything before they go for that first cap. But right now, things are looking even Steven as they're jockeying for the best positions around the flag.
Yeah, even Steven right now, but with mid control, it's really going to tie the PUP, so it's going to be very difficult as Dasig tried to go in there for the really solid hold, but for now they only have one power position. Nope, I take it back, they don't have any because top laundry definitely heavily contested, but just like that, they actually gave up. PUP gave up that control into mid, so that is probably one of their biggest faults right now. That gives the chance for Dasig to go in there for the infiltration, try to go in there for the denial of that Bravo flag, but as fast as I said that, they are not able to go in for that Bravo push.
Oh, and look at this. Look at how Nirvana is just holding on to mid. That's going to be very difficult. Jake has to spot them out. They take the fight. Jake takes mid, and that's one part of the problem solved. They're holding on to mid, and they've got a comfortable spawn down mid as well. This is the big money play. They need to secure the first half of this match.
Money. And speaking of money, we don't really get to see any kind of presence here in Money Room where, you know, it's going to be very important because Kitchen, if you want to go in for the flip spawn, you go in for the Money Hill and going in from, you know, Money Room Kitchen and going into Alpha. And that's what they're trying to do right now, PUP. Goes in for the flipperoo when it comes to the spawn, but then they're losing their gunfights. They do have one person there coming in, ANC, going in for the side of Dasigs. That's a very, very smart move so far. And now with that distraction, goes in for that Bravo flag. And you don't get to see it that very well, try to go in there for that kind of strategy. So that's a really good start here. But obviously they're not able to utilize it very well because they just lost all the gunfights in mid.
That's tough. That's tough, and they might as well lose one more flag. That was difficult. Pibs just did a phenomenal job at holding things down, and now again, the strategy did not work to fit the Sig. They're just gonna hold on for dear life. Jake finds two, but is that going to be enough? Right now, they really need the Slayers to step up if they want to secure this, because the biggest thing they need at this point in the game is score streaks.
Score streaks definitely very, very needed here in this particular part of the matchup. 54 and 39 though. There's still a bunch of time for you to whip out the score streak and try to even out and even just try to go in for the triple cap if you are PUP Pylon Phantoms. And for Dasig, you need to try your best to go in there for that A cap. And just as I said that, it is going to be a valiant effort going in for that A push. They are trying to go in there for that Alpha. And the defense going in for Bravo is definitely going to be very impressive. And Bonito tries to go in there for the kill. Doesn't really quite utilize his operator skill. The Purify doesn't really quite get close.
I'm not sure about these operator decisions. Like, the Purifier is great on other maps, but the Death Machine would have been so much better, especially from the point where Dasig is fighting from right now, which is behind. And this is a map where just having that wall penetration and that distance could be so big in holding down mid and even Fountain. Like, I'm getting a bit nervous for the side of Dasig here.
Well, we're not really sure like what kind of operator skills, operators that we are going to be seeing here. Maybe it was banned. So obviously the Annihilator and Death Machine will be the more fit kind of operator skill to use. So now we are seeing Mael though, trying to go in there, but a 3v1 not really going in there really well. Bonito finally gets that kill with the Mac 10. And you can see that PUP doesn't really want to go in there for that top launch control, wants a little bit more of a mid presence. So that's still going to be very good. As you see Mael going in there for the overextension, going into Donut. So that's going to be very, very big. As you can see here, they're going for that triple cap.
Yeah, I think this is them just trying to make a statement. It seems. I mean, PUP, they're really holding on to their positions well. But more importantly, every single strategy that Sig has done so far has been completely shut down. So they could take advantage of this momentum, but it seems they still have something to say. They're holding on to B. They don't have that mid control just yet. They lost Laundry, and now they are taking B. What is this? It's a triple cap?
Here we go. No, they're trying to go for the triple cap, but Dasig tries to go in there for a triple cap. For a double cap A and C. But you know what went wrong there for PUP? They tried to go in for a triple cap so early into the game. Tried to go in for A, tried to bring two people into B and one person into C. Didn't really quite work work out for both of those people. And just like that, he couldn't even cap a flag. PUP right now doesn't have a home flag. ANC for Fit the Sick right now, and that's where you see the points are slowly just getting closer and closer. But finally, we get to see one flag going in for PUP. Finally, A and B up to their standard, and now for Fit the Sig, they were doing really good. So I feel like they just need to keep that pressure on into Alpha.
Yeah, and look, it's had a real effect on PUP because right now they're playing a little bit more restrained and running around like headless chickens. They're spawning so far away from everywhere. This is a perfect opportunity for Fit the Sig to go for that B flag, or at the very least control that mid, so they can make their lives much easier.
And now speaking of an easy life right now, PUP is just chilling right now. The defense very solid. And now you can see that only one person can try to go make a difference, but obviously Jike didn't really win that gunfight. So for the side of Fit the Sig, they need to just get those power positions first. If they really want to go for Alpha, try to go for Alpha. They need to stop pushing individually and start pushing as a team, because right now PUP's finally getting the ball rolling. Even though it was a terrible start, Fit the Sig definitely had a better start, but they're just they're having a hard time closing out.
Yeah, Nams taken out with a Purifier is going to have a hard time there because they lost mid almost immediately. Marstella gonna hold it down for PUP Pylons. It's shut down, but that's a lot of time lost for the side of Fit the Sig, as finally they're able to get that second cap, and now it's just a matter of holding on for dear life because they need this mid control. They need to win this game. 100 points already. Things are ramping up as Aishi tries to go for that B C flag, and it looks like they could get it.
Yeah, it's a very possible for them to go in for the win. Fit the Sig though, as C is finally captured. And what we saw here, it's basically, here's a taste of your own medicine. We'll get A and C as well, like what you've been doing the past few times. And now 136 and 108. Fit the Sig could have had the points down, trying to go in there for that C push, but they need to go in for a perfect domination play. They need to go in for the triple cap to try to go and win this. 140 and 111. It just looks like slowly but surely, if Fit the Sig is just having a hard time, but there you go. A triple cap is going to ensue, but no one is going to stop that Charlie push. Only one person can go and try to make a difference, but with Nirvana trying to go and take some shots, he's not going to stop the push. And there you go, triple cap, almost there. Oh my goodness, Alpha captured those two. There you go, triple cap in order, and all they need to do is a really, really good defense. One Predator missile coming in from side of Nirvana can go and stop the play, but unfortunately for them, doesn't really quite have it in their arsenal. 145 and 127, Unknown with a really big grenade kill. Aishi goes down.
Oh gosh, this is it. This is the championship play. 3 points on the line. There's not much time. PUP, they're gonna hold on to this point, and it looks like they could be ending this game. There you have it. PUP, they take all three in a clean sweep towards the next round, taking on Ateneo for that spot at Conquest. Commiserations to Fit the Sig. That was a wonderful, wonderful second win, but unfortunately, it was just not enough to take down PUP.
Goodness, Nirvana, I think he had a Predator missile at the very end where it could have stopped that push going in from Alpha. I feel like that would probably be the biggest play that we would have seen here so far, but unfortunately, you just can't clutch it up every single time. And now with the beautiful 3-0, PUP Pylons just brings it a full sweep. And now they are going to see ADMU LG Altair right in lower bracket round 4. This is a really nice treat to see. I thought it was going to be more even.
PUP, they came to play. I mean, you know,
Definitely.
championship teams, they bring something different to the table every single time. And it looks like today just was not Fit the Sig's day. PUP, they had the playbook, they had the discipline, and they were adjusting so well on domination. I mean, you saw it. Like, as soon as they saw Fit the Sig start to ramp it up, immediately they were like, let's slow things down. Let's just hold on to what we have right now. And if we can't win, they're smart enough to just make that adjustment, go for the C flag instead. And that's the thing. Sometimes you just need that special something, that special sauce, you know, to take it home.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. They definitely had that special sauce today. I'm wondering what they ate for breakfast and lunch, because they are definitely a different team, a more well-rounded team that we really like to see. From what I thought that Search and Destroy would be a little bit harder for them, I honestly thought that was going to be the main difference. no problem at all. They were just so good to the T. And now I thought going into this day that Fit the Sig and PUP would be a little bit more even. It just looks like LG Altair and PUP the Sig might actually be a little bit more similar than we initially thought.
Yeah, and you chalk that up to preparation, Beef. I mean, for real, PUP, they were very prepared for today. And that's terrifying. Because if we're shocked, imagine the faces of Ateneo. They're like, oh that's
man.
new. It's
That's
like,
our competition.
yeah, it's like, you're eating a bag of chips, and then you're just like, it tastes different. It tastes better. And then you're like sussing out like, what are they doing different? And that's the thing. Like, that's why I'm so excited for the next matchup. Because if they're this prepared for Fit the Sig, what are they prepared for the later stages of this tournament? And that's a treat that you guys are gonna be seeing in the next round. I mean, Beef, come on.
I'm just so excited for our series number 2. Obviously, series number 1. Okay, let me be real here. I was expecting a game number 4, game number 5, but then an easy 3-0. The momentum is in you, Pylon Phantoms, and now for LG Altair, with that in mind, seeing that 3-0 right now, that must be really nerve-wracking, because that is your competition in a few moments. But obviously, we already know that LG Altair is definitely going to be more favored in this comparison. But obviously, Pylon Phantoms, with how they brought the fire today, that is definitely really impressive to see.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm stoked. Like I'm so stoked. I'm ready to see the fire, ready to see the flames. But speaking of fires and flames, fortunately or unfortunately for our viewers, we'll have to cool off just a bit. Give everybody some time to relax, simmer down a bit before we get ready for the Rumble in the Jungle, the Blood Bowl that will be the final series of the day. So without further ado, we'll be right back, and we'll see you then.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami ng nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed,
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation ko pa sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something as a skill, as something as a job.
So, ngayong award din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
Mabubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Cause that's what I did.
Reign supreme, not just play.
Pag pinanghihinaan na tayo ng loob, where do we go? We go where our power lies. With Go Plus 99. 8 gigs for all sites, plus 8 gigs for our favorite apps. Let's own the future with Globe Prepaid.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
in different parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met. If not
for AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami nang nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed, you know.
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation mo pa sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something as a skill, as something as a job.
So, ngayong award din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
Mabubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya niyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Cause that's what I did.
Reign supreme, not just play.
Pag pinanghihinaan na tayo ng loob, where do we go? We go where our power lies. With Go Plus 99, 8 gigs for all sites plus 8 gigs for our favorite apps. Let's own the future with Globe Prepaid.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses.
In different parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met. If not,
for AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami nang nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed, you know.
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation mo pa sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something, as a skill, as something, as a job.
So, ngayong award din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
Then mabubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya niyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Because that's what I did.
Grade supreme, not display.
Pag pinanghihinaan na tayo ng loob, where do we go? We go where our power lies. With Go Plus 99, 8 gigs for all sites plus 8 gigs for our favorite apps. Let's own the future with Globe Prepaid.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses.
In different parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami ng nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed, you know.
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation mo pa sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something, as a skill, as something, as a job.
So, ngayong award din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
Then mabubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya niyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Because that's what I did.
Grade supreme, not display.
Pag pinanghihinaan na tayo ng loob, where do we go? We go where our power lies. With Go Plus 99, 8 gigs for all sites plus 8 gigs for our favorite apps. Let's own the future with Globe Prepaid.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses.
In different parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami ng nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed, you know.
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation ko sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something as a skill, as something as a job.
So, ngayong award din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
Mabubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya niyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Cause that's what I did.
Reign supreme, not just play.
Pag pinanghihinaan na tayo ng loob, where do we go? We go where our power lies. With Go Plus 99, 8 gigs for all sites plus 8 gigs for our favorite apps. Let's own the future with Globe Prepaid.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses.
In different parts of the Philippines.
They would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami ng nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed, you know.
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation pa sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something as a skill, as something as a job.
So, ngayong award din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
At mabubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Cause that's what I did.
Reign supreme, not just play.
Pag pinanghihinaan na tayo ng loob, where do we go? We go where our power lies. With Go Plus 99, 8 gigs for all sites plus 8 gigs for our favorite apps. Let's own the future with Globe Prepaid.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami ng nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed, you know.
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation pa sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something as a skill, as something as a job.
So, ngayong award din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
At mabubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Cause that's what I did.
Reign supreme, not just play.
Pag pinanghihinaan na tayo ng loob, where do we go? We go where our power lies. With Go Plus 99, 8 gigs for all sites plus 8 gigs for our favorite apps. Let's own the future with Globe Prepaid.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena is not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami ng nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed, you know.
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation ko pa sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something as a skill, as something as a job.
So, ngayong hour din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
Then magbubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Cause that's what I did.
Reign supreme, not just play.
Pag pinanghihinaan na tayo ng loob, where do we go? We go where our power lies. With Go Plus 99, 8 gigs for all sites plus 8 gigs for our favorite apps. Let's own the future with Globe Prepaid.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not,
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena is not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami ng nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed, you know.
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation pa sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something as a skill, as something as a job.
So, ngayong award din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
At mabubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya nyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Cause that's what I did.
Reign supreme, not just play.
Pag pinanghihinaan na tayo ng loob, where do we go? We go where our power lies. With Go Plus 99, 8 gigs for all sites plus 8 gigs for our favorite apps. Let's own the future with Globe Prepaid.
This is Filippo.
This is Jessica.
Parehong freshies, parehong gamers. Gusto ni Filippo maging next big caster.
Si Jessica naman wants to make the biggest esports tournament in their campus.
But they don't know where to start.
They're also from different campuses
In different parts of the Philippines.
they would have never met. If not
For AcadArena.
In AcadArena, we help students meet, collaborate, and learn all the hype and wonder ng gaming at esports.
Dito, naging caster si Filippo even just for that afternoon. He met students with the same dream, attended our workshop, and we funded a tournament where they can debut.
That was Jessica's tournament. Inorganize niya ito with a student club in her campus na ginabayan namin all the way. And that's how they met. That's what we do here in AcadArena.
We turn gamers into leaders, casters, breadwinners. AcadArena. It's not just play.
Nowadays, everything must be done virtually to contain this virus, which reduces the efficacy of learning compared to face-to-face, which also affects our mental health.
The hardship I face sa ngayon is yung lack of income sa pamilya namin. And nung nagsimula ang COVID, naapektuhan talaga kami kasi nag-lockdown at kailangan mag-cancel yung mga schools. Tapos ko halos lahat ng subject except dun sa aking thesis. Naiwan ko siya kasi yun nga, dumagdag sa isipan yung stress na nasa linya na kami ng nagigipit at maayos lang.
Hindi lang naman streaming and studies yung meron dyan, meron pa tayong relationships and all.
I got in the Supreme Creator Grant and I am deeply overwhelmed, you know.
Which really helped me a lot and my family back then when I started up.
So, ano ang motivation pa sa pag-stream and paggawa ng content?
Nung bata ako, na-inspired na talaga ako ng mga content creator natin dito sa Pilipinas.
Ini-encourage nila ako and binibigyan ako ng mga ideas sa paggawa ko ng content.
And wanted to also enjoy what I also love to do, which is the reason I've come across and explored this path.
For me, being able to stream is a privilege.
I like doing it because aside from playing games that I enjoy and showing it to the internet, I get to support myself and my family.
And I'm still shocked that gaming actually has been recognized as something as a skill, as something as a job.
So, ngayong award din ako, message ko lang sa mga ibang content creators dyan.
Be consistent lang and maniwala ka lang sa sarili mo.
Eventually, when the time comes, maglo-look up sa'yo ang maraming tao.
Then mabubunga din lahat ng pagtsatsagaan.
Always do your best, guys.
Kayang-kaya niyo yan. Sakto, AcadArena has your back.
Stay humble, stay hungry, and keep grinding.
Cause that's what I did.
Reign supreme, not just play.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Alliance Games featuring Call of Duty Mobile and co-presented by Globe. Dubbed by the community as the UAAP and NCAA of esports, Alliance student clubs from across the Philippines are #AllG to compete in multiple esports titles and represent their campus. It's your girl Beef Mommy here, and with me today is my brother from another mother, Coach Jay, and we'll be your podcast for today's matches. And obviously, series number 2 is already in our midst. Our last game for today.
Yes.
Jeko, what are you feeling? PUP Pylon Fightums versus LG Altair.
Yeah, I'm really liking both of these teams. Both deserve to go through, but there can only be one, as they would say. Let's take a look at the maps and modes for the series. We have Raid, Hardpoint, Search and Destroy, Standoff, Takeoff, Domination. Game 4 is going to be Standoff, Hardpoint. If we have to go to game number 5, we will go over to my house over at Hacienda SND. I'm liking the map so far. Potential 3-0, potential 3-1. A lot of things happening here, but this is for the spot at Conquest Beef, so a lot on the line.
Obviously, this is probably the most important matchup in the whole of the playoffs so far. And yes, the upper brackets, pretty exciting stuff, but I think the lower brackets, it's where it's at. This is where you're going to see do or die for one of these teams. They're going to be saying bye-bye. And so far, we saw PUP Pylons absolutely brought fire into the matchup a while ago. So, you know what? 3-0, that's a good start. But you are up against a team that has been dubbed a really great team as well. LG Altair of Ateneo de Manila University. What do you think? Because that 3-0 a while ago, that sweep, that was not a joke. And now you're going into the waters of LG Altair, where it's going to be a little bit deep here.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit deep here, but you know, if you're coming from another match and going into that next match, you still have that sense of adrenaline, that momentum coming through from that last match. And if you are LG Altair, you were waiting for the whole time. I mean, you scouted them pretty perfectly, but I feel like they're just going to go in here and, you know, make things happen. That's what the PUP Pylon fans are going to do. But for LG, I feel like well rest, the scouting report is there, and hey, who wouldn't want a LaSalle and Ateneo final just like in the UAAP and the NCAA?
I mean, yeah, it's always nice to see that green versus blue type of situation, but it's where you don't see that when you don't really expect someone from underneath you. We were talking about this a while ago. PUP just came out of nowhere. We didn't really expect people from this team to absolutely just pop off and be at the likes of the same skill level as LG Altair at Ateneo de Manila University, and also for DLSU Veritas Arcus, where, wow, they can actually go and fight these big dogs, and that's what we like to see, that underdog type of story from PUP. So what we saw a while ago. So for Hardpoint, we got Raid here. It's your favorite map, Coach Jay.
Yes, my favorite map,
Who do you think's gonna
Hardpoint
win?
Raid. Oof. Okay, honestly, the addition of HK, just, I know it's only one player, but that one player is actually probably a top 15, top 20 player in the Philippines, which is HK. And I feel like with him dictating the pace, you know, letting his teammates do his thing, at the same time, him just roaming around, being annoying all over the map, it's gonna change the whole conception of this. But you know, Raid Hardpoint, it's been my favorite map, but the one in COD Mobile, the spawns, there's a lot of lucky spawns here for this map, and I think that's where LG Altair can actually, you know, take over, capitalize on those small mistakes that PUP Pylon Phantoms will do in this game number 1.
Absolutely, and also with how you use your operator skills as well. And obviously with the ban items that we have, Annihilator and Sparrow aren't going to be used here, so you're definitely going to be seeing Death Machines, Purifiers. But in a map like Raid though, I feel like Purifier isn't as much as I kind of don't want to see it there because it's long range. I mean, with Purifier you have to really be up close. You have to use it at certain hills, and you have to stay inside of the hill to operator just to use it really well, efficiently even. So I don't know, let's see what happens here, because a while ago, if you were watching Coach Jay, Pylon Phantoms versus that was Fit the Sig, where a lot of the people from Fit the Sig using the Purifier in Raid domination, it didn't really work out well for them.
I don't think it would always work out. You don't want to have 4 or 5 Purifiers. You want to have at least like 1 or 2. and the other players could be using the gravity vortex or the death machine, like you said. Just use that distance, use that space around you, and use all these different angles where you can have that advantage. So I think that should be the meta here, for at least just for raid, honestly, because for raid, you're right. You really want to play your distance. That's all you really have to do here.
Yeah, absolutely. But now we're moving on to Search and Destroy. So let's take a look at what is going to happen with each game mode. Because I feel like for Hardpoint, I think Pylon Phantoms, that might be their kryptonite a little bit, because against their matchup a while ago, they did have a hard time into the first half of the game. But since it is Hardpoint 250 points, they were definitely able to turn things around really well, especially with the usage of their score streaks. But with LG Altair, you do not give them any kind of weakness, because they will sniff it out like sharks in the water. And now we're moving into Search and Destroy, where I think Pylon Phantoms can actually get a lot more points here. I think they might go in for the win in S&D.
Yeah, I think S&D, like what we said, it's always the first game. Yeah, you can win. Whoever wins that, it's fine. S&D, it's where, like, okay, this is where you want to take the 2-0, or you want to tie it to the 1-1. And looking at PUP here, I think this is where the addition of HK could be important, because individual plays in S&D goes a long way. And he can just go in there, flank some enemies, get 3 kills, at least he goes down. That's a 4 versus 2 immediately. So we have to look at those kinds of plays coming through. You got to look out for Coles, Fortisai, LG Altair. What can she do as well? I know she's also one of the top players on the women's division of COD.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, we know her as a very, very strong player. Valkyrie series, obviously, is a very popular one, especially with the women's. But speaking of a really stacked women's team, Pylon Phantoms actually has a really talented woman as well. Marstella is going to be really big. Jibs is also a really essential player. So, I mean, we have one more. I kind of forgot that she's usually a sub for the team. So, again, Pylon Phantoms, the girls really just... Speaking of, there you go, Dara is going to be that third girl just trying to complete it. And it's girls versus girls. You get to see who really tries to run and who's going to be that better matchup. And now, speaking of a matchup, here we go. Raid and Hardpoint. ADMU versus PUP. Let's get to see who will get that power position in top laundry first, and that will be PUP. And hopefully they get to hold it really well.
Yeah, hopefully they can hold it really well. HG here is going to go in, but look at that. The play of PUP, they just get into the hill immediately without no contest, and I think they know they're going to hit the flank here, but they didn't expect it late, and there you go. The flip comes through. You wasted 15 seconds, but now they have the spawns, but look at this. Mael and company doing work over at the hard point. So even with that flank, no contest whatsoever, but there you go. Finally going to get taken down, but look at this. PUP, they're actually having more fun in this P1 because they were late to see what was gonna happen on that flank, but they're still getting most of the time here. So hey, if you're PUP, just keep on defending that hill.
Look at that 5-person rotation a while ago into top laundry, but even with that rotation, they're still not able to have a single hold, a single point here in the first hard point. And finally, they're finally getting their kills down. But at what cost? You only have 10 seconds left. But they do have the rotation down into P2 as well. So Kitchen gonna be at the hold of ADMU right now, but it's not gonna be strong enough as they are losing a lot of their gunfights. So they do have the one person. LG looking like they're kind of struggling just a little bit.
And struggling just a little bit here. Again, rotation is going to be on point for the side of PUP. 3 points for LG Altair. And the Pylon Phantoms already up to 50 points. Remember, this is 250 Beef Mommy. Still an early game here. A lot of time to make the comeback. Marcella with a 1v1 gets taken down by Wheat. And finally, Altair, they're finally going to get into the hill. But here comes Pidge with the RPD. We've seen this gun in so many scrims now. It's a new meta, actually, that we've been seeing. And now, do see Ateneo, they actually break it again. Beef Mommy, for how long can they hold it? They've been showing some signs of life here, but PUP's pressure, it's always been capitalized. It's really been really great here. But now, it's going to be all PUP on the kill feed.
Oh, that was such a beautiful break coming in from PUP.
Purifier already!
Not only that, big Purifier kills already, but now you get to see the rotation not only coming in from the side of PUP, but they got the defense down, they got the scrap points down as well. So you can see here ADMU is still struggling to find whatever rhythm that they have, and it's important here in Hardpoint to find your rhythm because it is a rhythm-based game, and obviously they're just struggling just a little bit, but you get to see 3 players going in for the push, and they finally get a hold of it, but 1 player is still there.
And one player still there over at the side of PUP. And now, here we go. The setup comes through. This might be the comeback hill for the side of Altair. PUP trying to make the play. They take down 2, but Gav with a triple kill takes down Bibs. And Axius, what can he make it for? He's gonna go for it as well. He's gonna try to challenge it, but more teammates are there, and that is how you hold a hill. 69-36 and counting. And LG Altair, after a slow start, they are now making the play. The bread comes through. Does find 1, but look at this. Just more kills coming through from it, and I like this from LG Altair, and this is the one we talked about. Just a momentum-based, rhythm-based game. Another kill, more kills, fully streaked out already, Beef. He's doing so much for the side of LG Altair, and they're just set up for P4 and P5 already with those streaks.
And now, just like that, everything is even in the playing field for both of these teams. Muddy Hill, that's what we like to say it here in P3. And you can see PUP was early in the rotation, but they weren't able to defend it that well as ADMU went in there for the infiltration. And now the same must be done here for PUP because the setup already by ADMU already pretty solid. Because you can see here is going to be Cluster Strike and also XS1 Goliath for Gab.
Yeah, cluster strike and the XS1. I don't know where you want to drop that XS1, but this cluster could be really helpful. Just hold down one side so you can just focus looking at the other side where and you don't have that cluster. More nades coming through. They still have their purifier on the ready. Look at this. We have 1 purifier for the side of LG Altair. For the side of PUP, only 1 operator as well. And they're just trying to break it 1 by 1. This is not what you want to do. They do take down the purifier, but here comes more flooding coming through. But look at this Gab. It's still alive. 16 kills to his name. He needs help from his team. And if you are PUP, you got to use your smokes here. Smokes and stunts and more gravity vortex purifier as well. A double gravity vortex on each side. And PUP hasn't touched the hill since P2, Beef Mommy.
I know. And now we have a full 60. It looks like that ADMU definitely has a very comfortable time holding. And now all that PUP can do is try to go in for one last contest and go in for the rotation, but it's all just nothing for them. And not just that, the cluster strike is going to go down for Gav as well. Best believe that he might pull it out here in this particular kill because it's how open it is. Not just that, he probably will get that. Speaking of, there you go, Predator missile really used well. Gav just fully streaked out all the time. 134 and 69. PUP just having a really difficult time.
Yeah, he's about to double up on Goliath. I think he should drop it right now so they can have 2. He's gonna drop his cluster strike as well. PUP on the hill, but it doesn't matter. Here comes more plays from LG Altair. This guy is on a mission. 20 kills. You get shot from behind, but the player doesn't challenge anymore. But look at this. Finally, PUP making some kills here, but you can't even get on the hill. There's a cluster strike that blocks it here. He's gonna get taken down. Finally, that ends his streak here. Now PUP on the prowl. It's their turn to get some points in here, but just more pressure applied by the side of LG Altair, and I just like this different approach by them. They're just doubling the pressure, doubling the pace here for the side. And for PUP, they got stunned after that P3 and P4, Beef Mavi. They've been really looking really bad ever since P3 and P4.
Yeah, I feel like they just had a little bit of a difficult time when it comes to the rotations and the plays that they have. They were trying to go in there full on fire against fire. It's just guns against guns. But when it comes to the rotations and the plays, I feel like ADMU just has it down. And not just that, they have the gun skills as well. Yes, P1, I feel like ADMU had more of a better play going in there, but they just lost the gunfights. And now we're going to be seeing the same thing happening here. But ADMU definitely tried to go in there for the top laundry control. And now PUP tries to go in there for the same tactic that they did a while ago, but will it work this time around? Let's see.
Yeah, will it work? Mile gets caught YYing here. Nate just comes through. 2 more kills for this. 3 kills down for LG Altair. That's gonna be 3 down. But Gab with the 4th kill, and just like that, they clear out P1. And look at PUP. They're gonna be spotting all the way in Narnia, as we would say. And look, what a god nade by AC. I'll give him that. But now, Beef, this is wherein if you are PUP, you gotta hop on this hill. Once you reach that 200-point mark, it spells trouble for the side of PUP and LG Altair. They are not looking back. They are just toying with PUP right now in this hard-pointed game number 1.
PUP still needs to reach the 100-point club, and you can see Altair just going in there, almost having 10 points away from 200. Just winning all the gunfights. It's all blue right now. Only Aishi's getting a lot of those kills. See? Taking a look at that, another kill right now with the Mac 10. So that's going to be very difficult. I feel like a lot of these players, you can see that they're just frustrated right now for the side of PUP, where you need to work as a team, and now they finally get to have a hold of 1 hard point at the very least. 197 and 98. But just as fast as that, I believe that they can probably pull things around, especially if they play perfect hardpoint.
Yeah, if they play perfect hardpoint, I feel like this could be a comeback, but it has to start now. They had it at the start, 201 to 100. They're barely on the 100-point club. But look at this Mael trying to make the play. But, you know, instead of getting those kills, you need to put the pressure on an HG. Brings out the Gravity Vortex, finally gets some kills, but it keeps on getting contested by the side of Altair. And which is just good contest from them. They're just delaying the inevitable, which is them losing this hardpoint. But it's not yet over. 42 points more needed for the side of Altair. And if you are the side of PUP, you got to be perfect from B3, B4, and B5 if you want to make this comeback. And here we go. This is the start here. The Goliath is going to get taken down, but Coles takes 2 as well. And this might just be the dagger beef, mommy. Because how are you going to destroy this Goliath with no open area? All you have to do is go in there and hope to God that he misses all his shots.
Here we go. LG Altair looking like they want to play a full 60 here in Garage, and this is the best place to pull something off, something like that. This is the money hill, and now not only that, they also have a Goliath. But there you go, it looks like he's applying pressure as well, so he's getting assist after assist. So Gab, definitely the player for his team at the moment, and all PUP can do is watch the points just trickle down, but the Goliath does get eliminated as HG's bomb. His grenade does a lot of damage.
And this grenade does a lot of damage. And look at PUP. They don't have a sync push anymore because they know they're in panic mode, beef. They're in shambles. They're just trying to flood it as fast as they can. You know, just a little bit contest. They need contested 25 seconds. Just need contest for at least 8 seconds here. So hold it down. Don't challenge anymore if you are PUP. You just have to wait. Hold on. Let it rotate to the next hill. And there you have it. They take down 2 as well. And the game, it's not going to end here. So rotation is key now. Look at those 2 players on the bottom side of your screen, beef. 1 and 2 already on rotation of P4. But look at the 3 players of PUP already at kitchen as well. So these are big gunfights right here. And here we go. First gunfight. Pibbs, he's going to get taken down. Gets caught mantling. They take down Marcel as well. Last player to beat's going to be number 1. Mael, what can you find? 3 players coming down, and here comes the push. They get 2. The Purifier makes the play, and Gav seals the deal. That's going to be it for game number 1. 250 to 131. And LG Altair, they take down PUP in a convincing fashion. I have to say, that was pretty nasty by LG Altair.
Well, we already knew that hardpoint was going to be very hard for PUP Pylon, but it's just, this was hard to watch because the only good hardpoint that they had was the first one in the beginning of the match. Everything else, LGA had it in the bag. So with Altair having this very wonderful win, not only that, it's just the Gav show for the whole hardpoint game.
Yeah.
Man, he had 32 kills here.
I mean, we called it. We called it in P3. Once we saw that triple kill, once we saw him like popping up, like him ego challenging like 5 people, like a whole family. I mean, I was like, this guy wants to win the game. And
this man getting rid of whole families?
Yeah, he is taking names and digging graves.
Digging graves. He's the grave digger. I feel like that should be his nickname right now. So let's talk about it. I feel like the moment that you knew everything was like done, I felt like that break going into that last hill in Money Hill. I feel like that was good for PUP. Yes, I feel like that would probably still be winnable. It's not as good as we thought it would be, but still winnable. But when you pointed out the rotation of those 2 players going into P4, that was basically game. Because they knew that when the Goliath just died, okay, we're not gonna win. We're not gonna win it here in this hill, so we'll just rotate to the next one.
Yeah, just had so much time, and at the same time, PUP, they invested all their operators in that P3 break, just not even breaking, just contesting the hill alone. Because there was a Goliath there. The Goliath had what, plus 10 extra lives there. And, you know, it was really hard to make the comeback at that time with no operators, with no streaks on hand. It's going to be impossible there. And, you know, you saw there Pibbs. Pibbs had the play in her hand. I don't know why she had to go up there. I feel like she just challenged, went inside, hit the pinch. They could have at least broken the hill there. But then Gab brings out the Purifier with Banana as well. And that's all she wrote for game number 1. And LG Altair, they take it 1-0.
A very convincing start for LG Altair, but for PUP, now this is the chance where you get to shine. Because I feel like SND, that's where you can slow things down. But the problem is with this team, they're really good at being aggressive. And now you're going up against a team that can answer back to that aggression, especially in SND. Because from this team, just kind of doing a little bit of a look back into PUP and SND, when PUP gives a little bit of time, when they take too much time into infiltrating if they are the attacker's side, that's when they lose a round. So that's why they rush into a site a lot. And if they do the same here, I'm not quite sure if it's going to work out, especially since LG Altair can definitely fight fire with fire.
That is true. I feel like with what happened in game number 1, I don't feel like we're gonna see a lot of rushes here. I feel like it's gonna be more of a strategic, a tactical rush, as I would say.
Play for picks.
Play for picks, or bait and switch, the good old bait and switch.
Bait and switch.
So it's gonna be very interesting, and also the battle of the snipers here in this game number 2, as usual. It's always gonna be the snipers, always on their eyes there. But if you're our PUP Beef, what kind of speech are you giving back there?
Well, what kind of speech am I gonna say to them to kind of get the momentum going for them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Aishi, it's all on you, man. You are the sniper of the team. You can definitely get those opening picks right now. And we are doing it in standoff, so this is the perfect place to do so. And they played this a while ago, SND standoff as well. So they already know how to play it well. But obviously you are up against a giant. So whatever play you had a while ago, best believe you need to change it, because I'm pretty sure LG Altair was watching it. So that is one advantage that Altair has, is the fact that they already saw Pylon Phantoms play SND standoff a while ago. So they need to do a different thing here.
Yeah, they need to do a different thing here. And I mean, things are just looking well for the side of LG Altair, guys. And remember, the winner of this series is gonna go to Conquest. The Alliance Games Finals will be held live at Conquest 2022, happening on the 23rd of July till 24th. Get a chance to watch the all G finalists battle out on the stage. Meet your favorite gaming and esports personality, Kai Day, and enjoy a lot of different programs and activities for all kinds of gamers. Stay tuned for more Conquest update at the official Facebook, guys. We'll see you guys there. I mean, I'm excited for that one. I want to see Kai Day. I want to see all these players go at it. I want to see everyone there.
Jericho, no. I want to see Coach J and Beef Mommy and Cali Gaming and Miss Air and Warden. Come on, your favorite shoutcasters for Call of Duty Mobile are all going to be there. So, I mean, Gas Talks Fast, he's also going to be there. So, if you guys want to go meet us, we're going to be there. Buy the tickets before it runs out. Day 1 already sold out. So, you'll get a chance to go with us day number 2. So, again, speaking of Conquest, these two teams, they're fighting for that spot. LG Altair, they are a little bit closer into trying to get into that spot. So what we keep iterating a while ago is Pylon Phantoms, they need to bring it to 100 here.
They do. I mean, looking at their faces, their vibes, I feel like they're just in that that death dealer mode, as I would call it. I'm just gonna go in here, do my job. But for the side of LG Altair, I like the vibes. It's like good team vibes coming through from them. And now, let's take a look. Is this going to be it? This is going to be it. There's Gav right there versus HK, a pro player in the pro division of Call of Duty Mobile. Let's see what he can bring to the table. But it's not a one-man game here. It is a team game, Beef Mommy. And there you go, back to us again. It's going to be me and Beef Mommy going up against each other.
What? Yeah, please comment down below who you think is going to win in this 1v1 Jericho versus Beef Mommy in an arm wrestling matchup. See it live! See it live at Conquest. What we're gonna shoutcast and also arm wrestle at the same time. We love to see that. But yes, thank you so much. And don't forget to share the stream with the hashtag AllG for a chance to win a battle pass, 1K worth of CP, and even a lucky draw. And the Alliance teams will be competing across different game titles where their victories will have a corresponding points on the Alliance leaderboard. So guys, just check out the website right now, AcadArena.com/alliance-games. So that's a lot of things to consider here in AcadArena.
So let's give a quick shout out to my friend Julia Rebolito, as well as Danielle Regina. There she is. Thanks for watching, guys. They are some dancers, some world-class dancers. I got some moves as well. See that?
See the move live at Conquest.
Ooh. I ain't doing that live Conquest.
Hey, I'm gonna let you do that live in Conquest, okay? I'm gonna let him do it, guys. So, what?
I mean,
if you guys let it reach, if y'all let it reach 1,000 comments, just keep spamming the comments, y'all. Then have you? I don't even know if we already reached 1,000.
We're at 235, Beef.
Okay, no, y'all can do it. 1,000's easy. You're gonna see Jericho do the ocho or something.
I am not doing that. You've already seen me do that. It is terrible. Beyond
that's
terrible.
Why it
it's
needs
horrendous.
To
No, it is abomination. It's like the apocalypse has upon us. It's acid 9, acid 10. I'm kidding. But, yeah, I mean, I'm excited to go to Congress. I mean, what are you expecting besides seeing me? I know you want to see me. It's fine. Yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah, of course, man. I always have fun. But I feel like apart from obviously our special personalities that we see there, our international guests, our local ones as well, I think it's just the community in general. The fact that we're all coming together in one big showcase is definitely one that we haven't seen in such a long time, especially after the pandemic. I feel like it's something that we deserve. You get to see a lot of geek items, you get to see gaming, anime, cosplay, all bunched into one. NFTs even. When it comes to, all that. If you're a fan of that, definitely go and make an NFT if you can do so. But again, speaking of, taking a look at Gav versus Aishi here, obviously Gav has been the star of the show for Hardpoint. And now Aishi, he's definitely the star of S&D because of the snipes that he gets. And now speaking of, PUP is going to be the attacker here in standoff, search and destroy. Let's see what is going to happen here because look at that. So deep into spawn, so deep into alpha. But it's a good thing that ADMU just backed off.
Yeah, they just backed up and Marcella actually gets that first blow with the nade. Bomb is going to go down as well. And look at the flank though. Number 1. That is going to be Mael on the flank. Okay, I don't like this post spot. It's very scary because once those 3 players go down, Beef, it's an easy defuse. It's a stick defuse, as I would call it as well. But Wheat in the middle. You are not in the great spot. HG takes down Manunu with that snipe. That's going to be a 5 versus 3 now. There's going to be calls going down as well. Wheat trying to play in the middle. Ibs takes down Coles. Wheat does get 1, but it's still going to be a 2 versus 3. HG gets taken down as well. Mael with the flank. That's what we talked about. Him just holding the back at gas station. And then this should be a round. There you go. First round goes to the side of PUP. I mean, that one play by Mael by just staying that gas, it could have gone either way, Beef. Because if the players of ADMU went inside already, worked as a team, take them down, they could have defused the bomb immediately and Mael wouldn't even be here.
Yeah, absolutely right. And I feel like that was such an important play. Not only that, the entries of Aishi is definitely really good. So Manunu as a sniper of ADMU should definitely step it up. And now, 1 person, no 2, no 3 goes down as taking a look at that. Such big kills.
God.
I wish I could read who killed them, but unfortunately I can't see who it is. But you know what? That's such big kills. Banana absolutely goes bananas. BANANA. And now you get to see 1v5 here. Let's see what is going to happen.
Yeah, let's see what we can make a play. Can you, if you clutch just 1 versus 5, I will give Beef Mommy 10-piece chicken nuggets. So
please clutch it.
Mael, it's all up to you.
It's all up to you. Pressure's
down.
On you,
Bomb is down. Fate in the universe on the line. He gets. Okay,
oh.
Then the universe. Is
no chicken nuggets for me, but you know what? It's okay. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. If PUP wins a search and destroy, I will give you 10-piece chicken nuggets. Okay. No, make it 20. 20 pieces of chicken nuggets.
Okay. If LG wins, I'll give you 20.
Okay, cool. It's basically like a give and take. And there you go. Speaking of, let's see what happens here. Again, big kills from Mael. A beautiful 2-piece. PUP goes really strongly. And now S&D looks like they're very comfortable here on this map. And now LGA, they need to find a way to go in for the response. But then, unfortunately for them, a little bit spread out too thin. But it's a good thing that Manunu wings that big gut fight. It's a 2v4 situation. Still very good though. It's still very doable for LGA to go in clutch.
Manunu. Oh, your head. Manunu. Oh my god, gets another one as well. And just like that, Wheats goes down. 2-1 for PUP. And I'm looking at this where both teams are reading each other very well, okay? The adjustments, I'm liking the adjustments. I'm a type of guy that likes to adjust to everything. And 2-1 here. Let's see what happens here. Can they do the same thing or will LG Altair? And man, can they make the play here? Look at this. They're just turtled up here. One nade could end it all for them. But this is a 50-50. The shotgun could be your best friend or could be your enemy. And the first one does go down on number 5. He's going to get taken down. Go for the spring. No hit markers. Here we go. It's going to be 3 versus 2. And look at that. The team fire. The team shot. Beautiful team shot. Bomb carrier is still alive though. But they do take one down, Beef. And now it's going to be a 5 versus 3. And look at them just turtling it up. I like what they're doing. Just holding it down. Not really overextend. But Coles does go down. So that opened things up for the back. They could actually work their way here towards the middle side.
Aishi going down early around is definitely going to be a very difficult sound to hear because Aishi is the lifeline of this team right now, and with him gone, You can see the numbers just dwindling on their end. A 2v4 situation, definitely still doable, but they definitely need to go and pick up a sniper to just get a little bit of picks, just to even things out just a little bit and just get rid of Manunu, which has been such a nuisance in this round in particular. But finally, we get to see Mael finally picking up that gun. Spots one. But then does that taken out? Manunu gets one more.
Manunu with the quick score. It's all up to Marstella. I've coached you before. You know how to... trigger discipline. No! Marstella, the trigger discipline isn't there. And Manunu gets the quick scope on Marstella, and they tie up 2-2 here. This is looking at around 11, 1v1. But what happens here? But so far, I mean, both teams are just really... I like what I'm seeing from both teams.
I absolutely agree. The response is really good. The adjustments are absolutely just prime, right? But it's going to be very hard. Oh, we see this really cheeky spot that we got to see last year in the World Champs. Yeah, no one is there, though. Aishi definitely learned from his mistake a while ago. And now we get to see an opening pick from PUP. One person goes down from ADMU. And so, back and forth situation here. 3v4, but still very doable for LGA. But again, the numbers just dwindling. It's just a back and forth conversation here.
Back and forth conversation here, and there you go, the flank. That's gonna be Gav again. But they both have ones here. They both have 1v1s here. It's gonna be another 1v1 at bottom. Brown, who's gonna win that gunfight? And there you go. It's all up to Manunu. He's gonna get taken down, sent to the next round. Oh my goodness.
And bless you, coach. And there you
go.
Manunu. Manono. And here we go. Let's see if Manunu can try to open things up yet again. Because when he created space, that's when they had the best shot ever. But then the information does come through. Doesn't really quite get the shots. But they know that the entry is going to be at Alpha very, very aggressively. But then one more kill going in there. They'll make it 2. But then the trades, though, come through. So that's a really good start from ADMU, being really aggressive.
Be very, very aggressive. And just like that, as soon as I sneezed, it's already the next round.
The tides have turned.
Oh, I was sent to the Shadow Realm. But now here we go. 3-3. Now here we go. HC on your screen. We're going to switch sides already. And now it's going to be on defense on the side of the... I was about to say VV. I'm so sorry. PUP.
Well, technically BBB Aishi. So
yeah. That is true. But you know, I don't really... I like him on his gun, but look at this. He's missing some shots, whiffing it as well. And there you go. The rush might just come through. Strays are coming down. 2 go down for the side of PUP. 1 go down to the side of LGA. Now it's going to be 3 versus 3. Equal. Bomb carry still alive. Mael gets 1 more. Aishi gets 1. It's all up to Gab. What can you find? He finds the barrel of Aishi. And it's all up to Manunu. And 1 versus 2. It's going to be Aishi and Nirvana. What can they find? Bomb is down. You do not want to challenge anymore. I like the setup coming in from PUP. Aishi on your screen. Oh my god. I am having such a rough day, ladies and gentlemen. But Nunu, can you find in this 1 versus 2?
Well, let's see who's going to have an even tougher day. Is it going to be Manunu? Or is it going to be play number 5, Aishi? Because these boys have been at it since the beginning of SND. And looks like COD timing at its finest. They just barely miss each other. And now but the bomb is going to go down. And let's see how Manunu can go and get it. Because the defense is going to be very solid here. We got player number 4. Trying to go in there for the tractor defense.
Oh, no, he should have
goes in there.
That.
Oh no, he made a lot of noise, and now they know where he is.
That was he. Now he just has no chances of winning this anymore. He broke it right there. He could have gotten that kill from behind. See what he could find. He finds the next round. Honestly, that's the one thing I don't like it about some players here in COD. They just start wall banging some walls. I'm like, yo, slow it down. It's a 1 versus 2. And I feel like if he could have gotten behind Nirvana, could have at least gotten the bomb, rotated towards B, and maybe still could have clutched around. But now, 3-4. Here we go, Nerd. Now, Manunu. What can you find? A longest rush number 1 in the middle as well. They have control. And PUP, they're just holding us down here. And there you go. Marstella takes down Wheat with a beautiful heady there. Opening things up as well. Beef, and for the side of PUP, they can be on verge to get that next round. 2 rounds up here. So far, still nothing yet happening. If you are ADMU, you have some nades to work with. Try to go for a team nade over at one side here. Or just turtle it and slowly creep up and let your sniper find some picks here for you.
Manunu needs to find a way to gather that information to know where they're going to go and push. Because so far, they have nothing. But they already know there's going to be some people here in Alpha. And yes, like what you said, a nade check should be ensuing right now. As the clock is going to be dwindling almost at 1 minute already. Manunu needs to find a way, goes in for the jump, doesn't really quite spot anyone, but then taking a look at the back alley right now, it's a solid defense from PUP, and the time given right now by ADMU, this is just a little bit detrimental for them because they need to start moving right now.
They need to start moving right now. And they're, Manunu's gonna get tagged up, still alive, regenerates his health. But 40 seconds left. You know, this is like your final strategy. Where are you gonna? And there you go. Gav goes down. Bomb is down as well. HG takes out another player. And there you go. Manunu, what can you find? He's gonna find the next round. Calls though. He does get one. Calls gets one though. Still trying to make the play, but there you go. Pibbs and HG, they take down 2 players at the same time. And PUP finally takes game. Finally takes the 2-round advantage. Not the game yet, guys. Now, here we go, Beef Mommy. Can they reach match point? PUP on the verge of match point.
It's very doable for ADMU to just reach it. They're not match point just yet. 7 rounds to win this, so we need to see a different strategy from ADMU because so far the attacker side, they're just struggling with the bomb. And from the round a while ago, the moment that Gav dropped the bomb, that was it. There's no way ADMU could actually go into the contest there. So not only that, one person goes down from ADMU and PUP, losing 2 people as well. So it is a 3v4 situation. But with, I feel like that would have been good. Marcella with the beautiful back end push. Doesn't really quite win the gunfight. 1v4 situation here.
Yeah, 1 versus 4. Ibs with the shotgun. Not the best weapon to have. But bomb will go down. Ibs. The bomb has been planted. Barely spots that player. He's gonna get spotted. And there you go. The shotgun gets. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
Alright, that's gonna be the opening kill. 30 seconds. That spots another player. Has to run away though, unfortunately, but Banana with the spray and pray. There you go, 4 to 5, and ADMU finally back on the board with 4 rounds. This S&D is just really slowing things down, just a back and forth beef, mommy. It's inching towards an overtime, but is it going to overtime?
That's what we like to see though. But then taking a look at this, back alley gonna be heavily stacked. As Granny looks like they want to stay there for the side of LGA. So that's a really good push here so far. Really good read from PUP because no one is going to be at Alpha at all or even boxes. No one is going to even pop out ahead. They're just slowing things down very much. And now PUP is in a very prime position. They're deep in A. Defense is good. Bravo as well. You have number 5 all into very good contact. But it's just no one is moving right now. The chess piece is still trying to go and figure things out.
Yep, the chess piece is still trying to find something. Pulse. Nothing yet so far. Nirvana as well. But look at this. No one's even close to an engagement. I mean, besides number 5, Ishiki, I think he's the closest one to finding someone if they do decide to hit that back alley with number 2 as well. Marcella is going to be there. And I like this. No one's really over rotating, overextending. Everyone's just holding up on Marcella. She's going to spot 3 players here. They're going to triple peek this. Here comes the nade. They spot 1. And here we go. Marcella backs away. Ishii as well. They're going to double back now. There you go. Nirvana takes down 1 player. That's gonna be Manunu. No more sniper for the side of LG Altair and Beef Mommy. PUP. They have the advantage here.
That was a beautiful setup by PUP. They just waited. They didn't have to be that aggressive going into the defense. Yeah, there you go. But then the response from Banana is also very good as well. So a 4v4. No. I was taking it back. Aishi gets 1 as well, so a 3v4 situation. And there you go.
3v3.
Oh, 3v3. Everything's just evened out right now. So far, it's just, but the time, there's not as much time for them to go and plant.
Yeah, that's true, but they have to force it. Look at number 2 on the flag, bro. If Spazzy doesn't even get the bomb down, that's all you need. They need to hop on it as well. Does he have enough time? Do they have enough time? They just need to take out the bomb carrier. He takes out the bomb carrier, and there is no more time. PUP makes the play 6-4, and that is going to be match point now for the Pylon Phantoms. Let's see if they can close it out and tie it to a 1-1 in this series.
Marcella denies 2 plants. They played time to perfection. And now for ADMU, you're just thinking they took too much time into planting and that they just paid the price, and now they're finally rushing going into alpha. One goes down and another, and now just like that, just like flies, PUP goes down one by one. A 1v4 situation, only one person left going in right now. Marcella though, she did such a really good job last round, but let's see if she can kind of clutch this up. But no, unfortunately, Wheat brings her down.
Yep, no clutch for you. 5-6, fast round coming in from ADMU. One more round to go to overtime, or will PUP close it out 7-5? Beef Mommy, this is it. Here we go. PUP on the defense, ADMU on the offense. Here comes Nate. Nate's gonna come through. They're gonna rush this. They're gonna rush this bomb site. There's gonna be one player in that A bomb side. That's only gonna be number one with the shotgun though. Can definitely make the play here. But number 3 decides to reposition. Pibs. Do they spawn him? Do they spawn him? Do they spawn him? He gets spotted, but Pibs still alive. Doesn't even get anyone. Does manage to take up at least one player, but no help whatsoever. 4 versus 5. They need to play for picks here, but 45 seconds on the clock. Bomb is down as well.
I don't like the play from PUP because they knew a while ago in that last round that it worked out for them. Altair worked out going into the very aggressive push going into Alpha, but they still tried to go in for a separate stack going into Bravo as well. But it's a good thing that Nirvana gets that pick, so that even things out very well for them. And now just one by one, Aishi and Nirvana as well. The snipers go into work, but Mael going in there for another kill as well. And now a 1v2 situation, still very doable for Manu to try and clutch, but then Mael with a denial. And there you go, PUP wins the search and destroy round where we thought it was going to be brought into a very clutch situation. They just said no. That is so impressive to see. And now this changes my mind and things, because if we bring this into a game number 5 and we end it into an S&D, I feel like it's very doable for PUP to bring down LG Altair.
I do have them winning 3-1. So this is the start right here. Now they're gonna win 2 straight here, V5, and you owe me some money.
My goodness.
Thank you very much, PUP Pylon Phantoms. Great S&D there. It started off really
beautiful. That was a beautiful S&D.
Beautiful S&D. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Excuse me. But it was a very bad start to that last round. You know, with Pips just being alone there. But it ended up being great with Nirvana getting those picks as well. And this is the play right here. I feel like this just sucked out the energy, the momentum out of LGA's body. And now it's gonna be PUP tying up 1-1. Now it's gonna be domination and takeoff. I mean, any final thoughts before we hop on that domination? Any final thoughts in this S&D?
Man, it's just so intense to the point where Jericho was sniffing, coughing, sneezing even, to the point where we just couldn't handle the fire anymore. But you know what? That's what we deserve here in our semifinals, round number 4 here in the lower brackets. That is just a beautiful show of how well you can play. The IQ is just there. Marcella with a beautiful refusal of a plant. Did it twice in a row. It's just chef kiss, beautiful. But now we are heading on over to domination, where we saw how well LG Altair played in the response. But obviously, it's going to be very hard because it's a different map, it's a different game mode, and yes, it's a little bit similar to the response. But domination takeoff, oh, this is going to be really interesting because everything needs to be tight here.
Everything needs to be tight. I mean, pretty much this is going to be very important. This is the swing game right here. Swing game for this game number 3. If you win this one, you are going to be at match point for the series, and your chance going to conquest will be closer than ever. So everything's online, but you know, takeoff. We've seen a lot of comebacks here in takeoff. We've seen a lot of dominating games here in takeoff. But I feel like with both of these teams, you know, I would give the edge slightly to LG Altair, but Pylon Phantoms just right. They're just holding on to their foot there. So let's see if they can actually managed to break the code here in game number 3 and actually turn it up.
I feel like we don't really get to see a lot of domination matches here. Usually with takeoff, you get to see a lot more hardpoint and S&D, but domination will be an interesting one. So I don't really have much of a response here because both of these teams are very good when it comes to domination. But obviously what we saw a while ago, LG Altair, they did so good in the response that I think they might do the same here in domination. But obviously takeoff is hard because it's a huge map. And you also have really good skills when it comes to, let's say, Aishi definitely popped off in that last round. And for other people, for LG Altair, you have so many players that can definitely go and win it. Coles has been bringing it to the table, but Gav as well. You saw him absolutely pop off into that hard point. So let's see if he can still bring the fire here and take off domination.
Let's see if they can bring it on, or will they get shut down by the Pylon Phantoms here. I mean, things are looking good for them. Like I said, like what we both agreed on. If you want to win, you got to win that game number 2, just to even things out. A little bit more relaxed. We can still have that extra life to go. But Beef, this is gonna be ported out for domination. Takeoff. Will LG Altair take it again in a respawn? Because the last time we saw that, Gav popped off. Will it be Gav again? Or are we gonna see Coles, all these other players, Wheats make these plays? But it has to be a great team effort here for the side of LG Altair.
And honestly, I just want to see an S&D Hasi. So Hacienda's definitely a map that has been growing on me ever since it came out. At first, I was like, oh, it's too big. But then now it's just like, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. But Jericho can definitely vouch because he absolutely just loves the map as well.
I mean, it gives me war flashbacks, but I still enjoy playing the map as well. So that's going to be for game number 5. If we do go to a game, we have a guaranteed game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. But game number 5, it's on the horizon. Can we see
I'm hoping for that. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yep.
I can feel it in my bones. I feel like that would be the perfect like revenge match for LG Altair, if ever, right? It's like at that point, like I don't know who's gonna win, but they have to go through 2 more game modes though before we do get into S&D, because obviously we only have 2 games first for now, and now domination takeoff is going to be in our mids, and if we do reach it, obviously S&D has Hacienda is going to be at our game number 5. Hardpoint standoff is going to be our game number 4. So if we do reach hardpoint standoff, this is what I think is gonna happen. Okay, I think PUP Pythons, Pylon Phantoms might actually win domination, lose hardpoint. And fingers crossed, I don't know. S&D is a little bit of a question mark for me because I don't know how well they prepared in Hacienda.
I don't know if both of these teams are prepared for Hacienda.
Exactly.
But whoever chose that map, man, you are a risk taker, game changer. And I like it. I really
Money
like
maker.
Yeah, risk
Money
taker.
maker.
Wait, hold on. Hey, we're getting rated by His. Shout out to His. Thanks for the
Hey,
raid,
what's up,
Hiz.
His? Thank you so much. I met His in person. It was like such a sweet and lovely girl.
Yeah, she's a
I'll
sweet
meet
girl.
you. We'll meet you at Conquest. So
Conquest.
again, thank you for the raid. Hello, we're just making a little bit of a Chica minute over here while we're waiting for the teams to just ready up just a little bit. So hi, welcome to Call of Duty Mobile Alliance Games, where it wouldn't be a thing without our amazing sponsors and partners. Alliance Games is co-presented by Globe Telecom, our official telecom sponsor. So hello and welcome to the stream. And so far, we have 3 possible rounds left, 2 rounds in the bag. We have 1 team already bagged in the quarter, Fit Dasig, saying goodbye to the competition. And we're just waiting on 1 more team to see who will take a seat up against DLSU Viridis Arcus.
And someone just said here, hashtag Andrea His raid. Happy streaming, Coach J. Yeah, this is my stream, guys. Welcome to my stream.
Yeah, we're all basically live in our streams right now in our pages. So yes, thank you so much. Hello.
Thank you, guys. And
Don't forget to like the
share.
stream.
Yeah, share the stream, and we'll see you on 22-24. If we don't see you, then don't show up anymore, ever. Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
I tried
That's
my
it.
acting.
Okay. I thought you were gonna put a little bit more. Yeah. I mean, just a little bit of a nudge, but we'll help you out. But anyway, y'all. So where is this all coming? It's all because we're going to Conquest 2022, where it's probably the biggest gaming convention that you're gonna be seeing in the past 2 years, because obviously we haven't had it before. So I'm really excited to see it. So the plans we've been seeing. Let's have a little bit of a rundown with what happened. It ran for 3 weeks. Now the playoffs definitely the last games with a double elimination pools format. So the top 16 teams will advance to the group stage. We've already seen that. And now 8 teams will advance to the playoffs, where 6 of them already said goodbye. And now 2 are fighting for the finals. And now speaking of, let's see who will take it. The finalists have the opportunity to compete at Conquest 2022. And now domination is here. 1 apiece for both of these teams. And now let's see whose fate will be decided here at Domination Takeoff.
Domination Takeoff. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Game number 3. Starting off with calls with a 2-piece immediately. Can she make it a 3? Can she make it a 4? Does not happen, but Mael shuts her down. I thought we were going to see a streak immediately beef there, but just pump the brakes, pump the brakes. You know, pump up the gauge. You got to pump up the gauge here.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up. Pump it down.
Coco Jam. No?
No.
But double cap coming through from Altair immediately. Altair ibn Lahad from Assassin's Creed making the play. And you know, CNB being captured already, and they have just cleaning it out. They have the triple cap all already, and PUP looking very, very not sharp here in this first round.
Take a look at that. No looking around whatsoever. As you can see here, very easy kills from the side of ADMU. And finally one flag comes through, but it's just, it's a wrecking right now. You get to see it. PUP just struggling to get one more to their name. It looks like takeoff domination. Not really quite comfortable just yet, but you know what? We're still early games. Let's see what still happens here. That's so unfortunate to see. Almost getting that Charlie flag.
Getting that Charlie flag. Gonna be a 1v1 here. Can they make the play? And there you go. Nirvana gets that player as well. And this is PUP. They need to get some flags here. They need to get some points here because LGA, they are running away with this first round. Especially in domination. It's pretty hard to make the comeback here if you are down by a lot. Beef, they need to start making some plays.
They need to start moving because at this point, if they keep it vacant for too long, it's just going to be very hard on them. Not just that, Bravo also being occupied right now by LGA, and that's going to be so difficult to see because we already know that there's so much rotations that you can do, and especially for the side of PUP, you need to rotate as a group, as a team, and now you are being triple capped really badly right now, and it looks like Hardpoint is just not their game right now.
It is not their game. 60-26, not even no pressure whatsoever. Hey, I feel like they just threw game 3 right away. Purifier. Oh yeah. Medium rare. That is what you want. My goodness, Beef. This is just all LGA in this first.
Damn, Beef Mommy says, well done. As you can see here, ADMU 75 and 26 for PUP. And now all you need to do is to close things out, and you are at the advantage, ADMU. And it's just very hard to see it because we thought that PUP winning from that SND might have a little bit of a greater time here in Hardpoint, but it looks like history repeats itself where the Hardpoint is just not their matchup. I mean, in domination as well. And not just that, it's going to be the next game will be Hardpoint. We already know how much they struggled there. And so they still try to go in for Bravo, where they should have gone in for that AC push, where Launchpad could have been a better and safer place to go and rotate.
Yeah, you know, if LG, like, you can take, B will take A and C. And I like it from them. And look at that. Look at all these spawns that are given to them. God spawns coming through from A and C. They're just defending those flags. And this is the game right here. It's just going to be the battle of gunfights now when you're holding down these home flags. And finally, there you go. PUP, they managed to kill some 2 players. They get one more, but Magic is still alive here. He has a 1v1 on his hand. Finally gets shut down. And C is about to be captured again, but not yet. Still alive, but finally, there you go. C captured, but look at B as well. But the bread comes through. They just prevented as well. B 97-40. Once you reach a 100-point mark, it's a little bit of a GG here, but you know, anything is possible. If PUP can get that triple cap for at least a minute, they could come back right. They could come back here in this game number 3.
Well, actually, I feel like just holding B and C is enough for them, but let's see how well they can hold these 2 flags. It's going to be very difficult, but it looks like the defense not going to be coming through here from the side of Charlie flag. But okay, that's a good start here so far, but Bravo looks like it might be occupied in a few moments by LGA. So they need to find a way to just pick a site to defend, because right now B and C are absolutely just open.
Yeah, but here we go. The triple
They try
cap.
to go for the triple cap.
Here we go. This is it. PUP on the verge of the triple cap. And there you have it. Triple cap is in. They also have some operators. Triple purifier comes out. And this is going to be the flamethrower. But C going to be captured as well. There's going to be more players there. Banana trying to defend. But number 1, HC. Can he make the play? He takes down 1. Can he take down the second play? Yes, he does as well. 3 go down for them. But the spawns are on their side as well. But the purifier is available. But number 2, Marcel's going to take it out from the flag. And HC as well finally goes down after a 5-kill spree. But they need to capture that 3rd flag. They need to stop the bleeding here in this domination.
It's a good thing they flipped the spawns right now, because A and B is definitely a little bit more viable, because you do have a launch base to go and try to defend a lot of the points here. But you can see it's all ADMU all across the board here in launch base. It really looks like they want to have Alpha back. And now you get to see a lot of the PUP teams, a lot of the players are going to spawn right behind Generator. That is not going to be a really good spot, but hopefully they get to defend it really well.
Yeah, hopefully they can defend it really well here. But there you go, number 1.
They don't.
Number 2 trying to make the play here, just almost captures A, and this is gonna be such a huge blow to the comeback of PUP. And there you have it, 122 to 96. He brings out the Purifier as well, and that play alone, Wheats might have just shut down the hopes and aspirations of the comeback for the side of PUP. But the Fred mice come through, and they are gonna capture C now, and I think it's still possible here.
Ooh, triple cap!
Can they get the triple cap here? So be one player to beat over at A, and they get it actually, but they need to hold it on just for a little bit more time here. Yes, he can give up a flag now, but the cluster strike comes in, and the comeback is definitely possible here. It's still possible, even with that 2 cap, but not anymore. Now they have to get C again. PUP on the verge.
The miscom.
miscom
on their
coming
end.
through, and no more. But Marcella, they're running away, but they still have their Purifiers here. Could be the game changer, but they have to push down. Has to be perfect. Biggest gunfights of your life. Purifier goes down as well. Gets the second one, and she clears it out. But the spawns are on their side. Can he make it? No, the Purifier a little bit too far. And the last player alive, HK, has 2 players to beat. One with the Gravity Vortex, one without. He takes out HK. No one's gonna be near A and B captured, and this is gonna be all LGA.
That miscom with the cluster strike, where everyone else was in A as well, so no one was defending C, was probably the biggest mistake that they committed here in Domination Takeoff. And just like that, 147 and 125, but a valiant effort for PUP to try and go in there. Multiple triple caps on their end, but it wasn't enough. We finally get to see one more win for LG Altair. And they're just closer and closer. One game away, one hardpoint game away from securing that seat into Conquest 2022.
Yeah, and if you were PUP, this is the game mode that you had to win. Because their hardpoint, it's not okay right now. Against LG, it's not. Against other teams, it's perfect. But here, it's not. You know, you had to win that game number 3. Because if you're going to lose game number 4, we could just bring it to a game number 5. S&D, like you said, could have been on their side. But now, look at this. Is complete domination. But for a second there, if you look at it, Beef, if PUP actually dropped at least like some 55, at least 65 points in the first half, they could have won the game.
I think it was 2 reasons why PUP lost. Number 1, Wheat stopped that push going into Alpha all by himself with the Purifier. Second was that miscalculation of that cluster where when they should have brought it down in Alpha. So cluster went down in Alpha, good defense, solid defense, but where everyone else should have been, because when you have a cluster there, you don't need to have people there. You don't need to have like a full stack defending it because it's already defended being well. And people should have been in Charlie where a lot of the players went to, and I feel like that was game right there. When you saw that failure of that defense in Charlie, that was just basically game.
Yeah, I feel like you were right. Just the awareness, because, you know, if you look at it, I was watching the replay actually on my second monitor, and you saw those 2 players near A, and they didn't have to drop the cluster. If they dropped it at C,
it would have been a different story.
Yes, it would have been a different story right now in this. It could have been 2-1 PUP, but now, hey, LG Altair, 1 more game till we see them in Conquest 2022. Guys, don't forget, it's going to be live at the SFX Convention Center. We'll see you guys there. But now, game number 4 is on the horizon. Beef Mami, are we going to go with LG Altair, or are we going to see Pylon Phantoms force a game number 5 and give us all the marbles?
I want them to force a game number 5, even though it looks like the respawns they're just having such a difficult time at. But it is hardpoint standoff for, standoff. It seems like they're pretty comfortable in this map. So I just want to say that is probably their saving grace, is the fact that it's a standoff map. If it was any other map, I feel like they would have had a difficult time in. So, you know what? I'm still very positive that there should be a game number 5. But so far, let's see what happens here, because anything possible, especially with Altair definitely knowing very well that they have the advantage.
Yep, that is the true. Can they end it here? That is the story here for LG Altair. I feel like if they're going to play S&D again on Hacienda, they did pick the map, I believe, Beef. So, I mean, picking Hacienda, you are on the chef's table. Your head's on the chopping block. I mean, if you lose that Hacienda S&D in game number 5, you will never, you will always hear it from me. But now, game number, we're not yet there, Beef. We're still game number 4 here. But, I feel like Pylon Phantoms, I think they woke up towards that end of that game number 3. And I feel like it can transition over at game number 4. So
yeah.
This is going to be very interesting if they can actually pull it off here. I'm just excited. I want to see a game 5 actually. I haven't been into a game 5 in AcadArena. It's always been a 3-1, 3-2. 3-1, 3-0. So
Yeah.
it's just perfect for the final series, for the last final spot at Conquest. It has to go down to game number 5. So hopefully, PUP, please win game 4.
Yeah, this is the storybook ending that we really like to see. The last game 5 that we saw, I think, was Fit the Sig versus Stage. So we got to see that Pylon Phantoms did bring down Fit the Sig. So let's see if we get to see a game number 5, because I'm very excited for that. But I mean, the reason why we're doing all of this, the Alliance games, is obviously because we are trying to cycle in scholarships for these teams. I'm honestly very glad, because during our time, Jericho, we didn't really have esports. You can't have scholarships if you're an esports player. I wish we had that kind of option. So AcadArena recently launched its newest cycle of scholarships that are open to all student gamers. If you have siblings, cousins, or friends, or even if your dad's a gamer, you know what? That's possible too. Who are in senior high school and college, they could apply for our scholarship grants. Simply visit AcadArena.com/scholarships and get the chance to be an AcadArena scholar. That's hashtag AcadArena scholar. So again, we're just hyping up Conquest here, y'all. And both of these teams, they're just having a back and forth. I won't be surprised if Phantoms just pulls out a clutch at the very end of this hard point.
Yeah, if they can clutch it up here, or even just dominate from start to finish, then definitely game number 5 gonna be on the horizon over at Hacienda. But I mean, looking at that LG Altair, I mean, if they played like how they played in game number 1, hey, see you at Conquest. That's all I'm gonna say.
See you at Conquest, boys and girls, because we're gonna be there. I don't know who the casters are gonna be for Conquest for COD. I'm not quite sure. Oh, you'll see who it's gonna be.
Probably not me, but maybe me.
Probably not me. Probably not me either. We're just gonna be watching, most likely. But
there.
Here we go. Taking a look at the teams right now. Pylon Phantoms having that 1, so they are at the hot seat right now. They need to deliver it. Absolutely, just be perfect here in Hardpoint. Pibs has been an essential player. Yes, Wheat as well, obviously with the clutch that he had a while ago in Domination. Now we're starting things off here at Hardpoint standoff. Finally, this is where we decide things. Are we gonna extend it to a game number 5, or will ADMU clean things out and see Veritas Arcus in Conquest 2022? Let's just see.
Let's just see. You're right, Beef Mommy. And first things, Pibs spraying down the whole family of Banana there on that top round. Really, she used 100 bullets to take that one guy. I love the dedication coming in from there, but look at this. For early points coming in from PUP. Hey, same story just like Raid. They started off really strong in that P1, and they transitioned over, but so far, the answer is a little bit of a yes there, but actually no. Okay, yes. Okay, I think I'm just blind right now. The colors are really switching.
Confusing.
Yeah, it's very confusing here.
It's okay.
But for 15 to 12, that's gonna be P1. 15 seconds left, and Scrap's gonna go to the side of PUP.
I feel like with Pibs, she was just a little bit too greedy up top of blue, where she was just spraying and praying, and when you're making that much noise, you shouldn't be there for too long. And now the rotation coming through for the side of LG Altair. Really solid defense here so far, and you get to see PUP just absolutely scrambling. They're all spread out. That's not going to be a good sign. You need to wait, slowly but surely winning those picks, but they're just losing all of their gunfights here so far. 1 in gas station down, 1 in hay down. It's just not looking so good here in P2.
It's not looking so good over at P2, and now LG, they're gonna be hopping on board in this first seconds over at P2. Gonna be the first player to try to contest Ace. What? Okay, 1-man army, but no trades whatsoever, but he did the damage, but unfortunately no one is there to help it out. It's gonna be one last player gonna be in that second floor. That's gonna be number 2. Nirvana gets the play. They break it as well. The pinch, 20 seconds left. Rotation come through for the side of ADMU. Now they are on the way to P3.
P3 already. ADMU. All ready for them to go and defend. Not only that, getting the scrap points as well. That is just gonna be adding more salt to the wound right now, and just ADMU just really wants to go and finish this matchup. But obviously for PUP, they did get a lot of the points down. They got 50, but 38, it's still very easy for them. But we are playing 250 hardpoint right now, so even to the midpoint, you see Nirvana just playing big plays. Really essential player right now for PUP.
Has a purifier. Where are you gonna spray it out? She spots the flames, but he's also gonna get taken down. You know, flame on, but 56 to 40. There's gonna be more players coming through here. Pibs gets a two-piece. Banana takes down Pibs as well. Back and forth we go. A lot of these players have their operators to use, but I feel like you should keep it down for P4. Now we 8 kills on his name. He's been a menace here, but he's gonna get taken out by Mael. And look at this PUP trying to holding it down. But Mael, he needs help from his teammates. He's trying to run away. Not even try to contest P3 anymore. And I like it. They just want to rotate already. And Pibs breaks out the gravity vortex, takes down one player, I believe. Actually does not even take down a player there. So a little bit of waste operators there, but they're already on that rotation. And look at that, Marcelo with the 3-piece, clip it and ship it. And there you have it. Here we go. P4. Again, rotation early again for the side of PUP, but they're only holding it for at least 10 to 15 seconds.
I don't like that gravity vortex from Pibs. It was just a little bit too premature. Probably should have brought it down here in Bakery. Could have stopped the entrance, but obviously, yeah, they have the purifier, but it's not going to last for too long right now. And finally, the push coming through. Come to the side of ADMU. It's just not looking good right now because it's just the bad usage of operator skills right now for the side of PUP.
Yeah, that is. They're like playing. It's like it's like when they're down 200, they're just panicking, which is not. You shouldn't be doing at this early of the game. You're at 94 to 64. It's such an early game. You could just take your time here instead of just bashing your head in at the wall, trying to do something. You could slow it down and actually work as a team here.
And now speaking of slowing things down, they finally get to break the hill, finally getting a lot of those kills, but you get to see one person. Why did you go out? You didn't have to go out, Marcella. Probably should have stayed inside, but Pibs finally going in there, but she is the only one in for the defense where it could have been 2. And now she's definitely taking a lot of the scrap points already. The rotation comes through for the side of PUP. This is where they get a lot of points here in P1. The reason why is because they can just rush in. And this is where PUP shines, where you just have to rush in, be aggressive, win all the gunfights. And so far, yes, Nirvana getting a lot of those kills. 16 kills already to his name. Let's see if he gets another one.
Nirvana making the play there, but Pibs is there to get the help with the punch, the haymaker, making its name here. And look at that, gets another kill as well, but finally gets taken out by Gav. But look at this, finally, look at them, Beef. Once they slowed things down, once they actually knew what was the game plan, they actually took over and got the kills and the points as well. Now they are back in the game. A-Ski making the play, gets that 2-piece as well. Can he make the third one? Nirvana is there to help him as well. But rotation again, P2. This was the hill where ADMU took over. Can they do it again, or will PUP finally break it? As the team of A-Ski goes
it's
down.
beautiful. It's doable.
Here we go. That's what they needed. No, that's what they needed. The pitch might just happen. Look at the front hill. Here we go. Big gunfights coming into the rotation. Pibs, he's gonna take down 2 players as well. Last player alive is gonna be number 2. I think this is Wheats. He's gonna flick on one player, but he needs help from his teammates.
The rest of his team is just going in for the rotation. That's not going to be good. It's a 3v1 situation, and it finally goes down. Pibs takes herself out. Unfortunate things happening, but it's a good thing that a lot of the teammates right now is going to be in there for the backup. So that's a really good sight to see. Not really quite viable yet for PUP, though. And they're not going to be at the safe end. They still don't have the contestant still down. And there you go. Takes out, and that's what you get for being patiently waiting there. And now Nirvana definitely getting a lot of these kills. Marcella as well. Nirvana definitely entertaining us. Here we are now. We are very entertained. But then just like that, ADMU is going into the contest as well.
He's bunny hopping. He's bee hopping everywhere. And P2 still contested. But there you go. There's still going to be Mael still alive, but barely breathing. Banana takes him down. And now the rotation is going to happen here, Beef Mommy. 131 to 127, 26, I believe. So scrap time should be on their side, and back and forth we go. This is the closest hardcore we've gotten so far. Especially, but the Purifier makes a name for himself, and it's with on the hands of A-Ski. Do not want this Purifier on his hands. It's going to be terrifying. It's like your mom with the slipper back in the day. But here we go. A-Ski with the Purifier makes the trophy even comes into the game. He kills Coles. The trophy system once again, number 5.
Yep, and here we go, A-Ski. Not being able to use the Purifier too much though, but doesn't really matter. This guy doesn't really need it because all he needs is a CBR4 in hand, and there you go, trying to get a lot of those kills. He's definitely making a statement here, tries to go in for that double kill, almost getting knocked out. There you go, the Purifier does its job, but then still a very solid hold. Yep, Mastella very much alive in this situation, and they're taking a lot of the kills. But yes, 22 seconds, they need to go in there for the rotation right now. ADMU they're already trying to go in there for the rotation to Bakery into the Money Hill, but one player as well for the side of PUP goes in there to make a difference as well. So not only are they going in for the early rotation, they're also getting the scrap points. PUP doing such amazing job.
Yeah, they need the scrap points because look at this. ADMU already on the side of the rotation. They're gonna have, that's gonna be their cushion to at least like delay the push before they can actually go in. They can just give some time before they break the hill. Beef Mom is gonna be very important. Here we go. Wheat's gonna be the first line of defense. He's gonna get stunned to the next game of Call of Duty, but it doesn't matter. More players coming through. Here comes Nirvana with the Purifier. Fortunately, will not get it, but 3 players from Marcella. The bait has happened, and Mael makes the play. Hunter Killer drone doesn't do anything, but the Purifier as well. Coles takes him down. Back and forth we go, and finally, ADMU, they get control for now. But look at this. PUP on the side of Gas Station. They also have a Hunter Killer as well as the drone. Can it make the play? 30 seconds left. A lot of time to work here. Let's see if they can break it.
I'm very concerned right now because Mael looks like he's not moving at all. Not quite sure what is happening there. Looks like they might be a little bit of a pickle when it comes to the reconnecting, but here we go. Finally gets to break the hill. Get to see ADMU just having such a very difficult time. 200 finally, and now 50 points in between them. And all they need to do is go and circle back into the next hardpoint, where we definitely know PUP, that is their strongest hardpoint here. Let's see if they do have enough chops, because everyone used all of their operator skills in that hill. So it's all going to be pure gunfights from now on.
The pure gunfights. Now here we go. The final thing. This is gonna be the. Is this the end
of this? It's the final countdown.
It's the final hill. And now, can they make it happen? Oh my goodness, 218 to 160. Here we go. BBAski just spraying it down, burning and turning, and wants to get a game number 5 on their hands. 226, 220 in the pre-fire. Flame on. Cheetos, hot flaming Cheetos making its way. 232 to 160, fully streaked out as well. On pace for 40 kills. Rotation should be key here, but Marcella is there to get that scrap time.
And they can end it here. Finally, 10 seconds left for them, but obviously
there you go. They want to end it.
Cluster trying to go in there for the defense, but they're not going to end it here. They need to go in there for the rotation. We get to see one person in the name of, having that Nexus 1 Goliath. That's a really big thing to have here. They can definitely call it in, but they don't absolutely have to, but then the Purifier is going to go there. So all they need to do is call it in when this Purifier goes out.
But it's not yet over. It's not yet over. They can make the play here. Gab with the Purifier. Okay, that started things off. This is the start of the comeback here. The contest might come through. Gab still with that Purifier. Can try to make the play here. Has to push up there. Teammates are there. They finally take him. No, they don't take him down. Bims gets 2, but the trade comes through. All they have to do is hop on the hill. 1 more point to go. And game 5 is on our hands. Beat Bobby PUP. They force a game number 5, and we will see you in Hacienda. The final
SND
game. SND Hacienda. If Mama, I told you. Pylon Phantoms. They wanted it.
Let's go.
Game 4.
Okay.
Here we go. This is it for the spot for Conquest. It's going to be game 5, baby.
We were saying a while ago, it was supposed to be for ADMU. This was supposed to be their game mode, but it is PUP's map. Standoff is their home. It is their hacienda. And now, speaking of hacienda, S&D is up in the midst, where you know that PUP absolutely loves this. But this is the kicker. It's in hacienda. And we don't know how they perform here, both of these teams. So I think this is going to throw them off. It's absolutely anyone's ball game right now, because I think it was pretty even a while ago in S&D, but PUP definitely had a little bit more edge. But I think they're just very... You know what? I think they're heavily reliant on the map. So... Obviously, standoff is somewhere they're comfortable at, but playing S&D in a place where we're not quite sure if they know it very well, absolutely insane.
Yeah, I agree with you. I feel like the Hacienda, it's going to come down to 90% luck, 10% skill. Just the timing, Call of Duty timing. But it's fine. Such a big map with a lot of, pool party. You got a pool party on the right side. You got some fences on the left you have to rebuild. and then there's a fountain in the middle we could take a bat as well. So, Hacienda is going to be very, very interesting, where we can see who will actually go through and go to conquest against Virtus Arcus on the land. But I just want to say a quick shout out to all the fans that are watching. See a lot of LG fans, a lot of PUP. This LG fan in particular, Eliza Pauline Fajardo, she's been saying to rotate. She's been the coach. She's coaching them on the comment section. That you like to see that. Shout out to you, Miss Fajardo. And Beef, this is it. Game 5 for all the marbles.
This is what we deserve, Coach Jay. A game number 5. It wasn't too far in the horizon. I thought that Fit the Sig and PUP were a little bit more level. No, it just looks like it's Pylon Phantoms and LG Altair that is a level on the skills and all of that. And they're all fighting for a spot at Conquest 2022. The Alliance Games Finals will be held live at Conquest 2022, happening at July 23 and 24. And at Conquest, you'll get a chance to watch the LG finalists battle it out on stage. So it's not just COD M, it's ML, it's Wild Rift, it's Valorant. If you like those games, you get to see it right there, the finals for all of those games. And you know what? At Conquest, you get a chance to meet your favorite gaming and esports personalities. You got Kaide, you got Reeves, you got Lily, everyone there. So you wouldn't want to miss that. Yeah, Razzie Binks as well, Maggie Carp, Ling Ling, Jericho, all of that.
Wait.
The biggest personality, Jericho. Yeah, of course.
I'm just a guy doing my job here. Thank you very much.
And you're welcome. So stay tuned for more Conquest updates at the official Facebook page, facebook.com/ConquestPHL. So you wouldn't want to miss that.
You do not want to miss that, and you do not want to miss this game number 5 coming up right here in Hacienda. All the I've been saying marbles, guys, because it's marvels, but marbles.
All the marbles.
All the marbles in the world. But yes, game number 5, guys. I mean, coming into a game, I'll just share some experience. Game 5s are not fun.
No, you wouldn't want to put yourself in a game number 5 situation.
It's like having cramps, guys.
Yeah.
Literally, you don't see it. You don't want to have it, but it's there. It's gonna happen. That's what cramps do. So
absolutely.
And now, Beef, in a game 5 here, your mindset here, you have to focus in every single round. You have to be alert. You need to have that awareness to maximum. If there's a maximum effort, you gotta go even further than that one, times 10,000. So, Beef, this is gonna be very important. And this is it's not just a series. This series will determine who's gonna go to Conquest.
Yeah,
so you gotta
who's
give
gonna see
everything
Virtus
you got.
Arcus?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Give
Show
everything
me what you've got. I like what you've got. The floating heads.
I'm an uncultured person.
Oh, you uncultured swine, Jericho. I take it back. I don't want to see you anymore at Conquest, but joking aside, this definitely will be... You said it so yourself, right? You don't want to put yourself in a Game 5 situation where you should have ended things at game number 4 if you were ADMU, because you were up. You were up too.
You were up by a lot.
Exactly, you were up by a lot. And now that's where, when your defenses go down, that's when PUP Phantoms really just sweeps down from right below you. And now you basically are seeing this team that has beaten you in Search and Destroy. But good thing, this is the saving grace right now of LG Altair, where they're going up against them in Hacienda. So this is the same story for PUP Pylons, where LG Altair, yes, they're better at hardpoint, but the saving grace for Pylon is the fact that it was in Standoff, a map that they absolutely love. And now we're throwing in a map where we don't really know what's going to happen here because there's no information with both of these teams in SND Hacienda. So again, it's anyone's ball game right now. So LG Altair and Pylon Phantoms, I am so happy that it got brought down into a game number 5 SND.
Yeah, but here we go. This is it. Manunu versus Mael. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. The final series to determine who's going to the grand finals against the Virtus Arcus. Game number 5, SND Hacienda, LG Altair versus PUP Phantom Pylon Phantoms. This is it.
This is it, Pansit. And there you go, we're hungry. We're hungry for a win here. Who is going to see Virtus Arcus into Conquest? First Blood coming down. And finally PUP, really just serving very well. A 4v3 situation. And now the bomb is going to be planted. So that's going to be a really big deal for them.
Gonna be very big deal. Some kills coming through. Mael It's gonna be a 2 versus 4 now, and PUP starting things off here. But actually, Coles gets the trade. Pibbs gets Wheats as well. Now it's gonna be 1 versus 3. It's all up to Coles. I think he spots one. Spots one as well. Gets that first blood. Unfortunately, he switches to a weapon, but unfortunately gets caught by H-Ski, and that is a habit of most of these players that every time they get a kill, they just switch their weapons immediately. So, you know, it's gonna cost you some time. But now, first round goes to the side of PUP. 6 more to go.
The rush probably should have stopped himself to push a little bit more. So, and now we get to see the same push aggressing towards the bomb site. And now that's a really good sign though that ADMU is also heavily defending. They're knowing very well that Alpha is going to be the name of the game. So definitely need to be a little bit more defensive when it comes to bricks, because Shed, that's the only place that you can go and defend. And now one person goes down for LGA. No, make that 2. And now they're even things out of the 3v3.
3v3 here. Now, Manunu. Bomb should go down in a while now. And look at that. Look at number 1 calls all the way to the back of the map, Beef. And now, see what they can do here. Bomb is down, Beef Mommy. And now, gonna be a pitch here for both sides. I like this coming in from ADMU. Just gonna be pinching. Can they make the play? And there's gonna be a 1 player there that gets that kill. Now it's gonna be Pibbs. There's gonna be another trade, 2v2 here, but trade's coming to 1 versus 1 now. Pibbs versus player number 1. I cannot read the name. It's Coles versus Pibbs, and Pibbs wins the gunfight. And just like that, 2-0. PUP Phantom, Pylon Phantoms getting that second round.
Pibbs just clutching it every single time. She clutched it for domination. She was able to bring out space in P2, and now she did the same here in Search and Destroy. Such an amazing player, and now it really just seems like they really want to go in for that alpha push, but ADMU obviously knows that, but they need to slow things down a little bit. They might be a little bit too readable at this point because they already know, ADMU knows it's always going to be an alpha push. So at this point, maybe they need to go in for a readjustment. Only 1 person will be going in through mid. I'm not quite sure who that is. That's player number 1. So let's see how that's going to go down, because so far so good for the side of LGA, where they are at a man advantage in PUP. Looking like the same thing, the same strategy that they've been doing a while ago. It's not really working out for them this time, but then a really big kill right now. I'm assuming that is Ishi. No, not quite sure who that is. No, it's not Ishi, but again, very big sniper kill. So ADMU and PUP even down when it comes to the man advantage.
You are right, and there you go, another gunfight. More players can be due. It's gonna be a 1v1, and Mael takes him down 3-0. Beef. What is happening? But now, here we go, 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. Can they make the play? This is gonna be it. 3-0 PUP. They're just winning each and every round so far. Is this gonna be a 7-0? But LG, I think their momentum has shifted towards the side of the L's, but over. Still in the early game, 3 rounds only into. But the bomb has been doing so well for the side of PUP. Offense has been really doing well for them. They've been trading perfectly, and the bombs have been great for them. And now bomb's gonna go down. Marcella is gonna be that player. Here we go. Bomb is down. 40 seconds, 5 versus 5 retake for the side of LGA. It's gonna be Gab. Try to spot some players. And there you go. Wheats and Mael get some kills. Another kill coming in from Marcella. And now it's gonna be a 4 versus 3. So it's gonna be a 3-4 versus 2. Some of the big UPs. Ace gets 1. Last player alive is gonna be Coles. What can you find? Gab, I mean, Gab, what can you find? Finds 1. There's gonna be 3 more players to go. 20 seconds to go. He's gonna get spotted by Mael. And just like that, PUP 4-0. 3 to go before they go to Conquest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is such a turn of events. And that's what we're talking about. Hacienda, such a different map for their side. And this is the PUP we were looking for. And finally, it's showing up here. The experience coming through from Ace-Ski. More players just really turning it up. And now, it's going to be Ace-Ski with a quick scope. I thought he was going to get that. He gets that snipe on him as well. And the momentum is just shifting towards PUP. Gab gets 1, but it doesn't matter. More players go down as well. It's going to be a 4 versus 3. Bomb's going to go down as well. It's going to be a player in front. Gab gets caught there in the crossfire. And now Manunu has to bounce back. Nirvana gets 1 as well, but Coles Coles has to play here.
Big.
A big play here. Can she fight with the knife? Brings up the Mac 10. I think they spot when the spray comes through. He does get one there, and there you go. Manunu gets one as well. 2v2, but Mael takes him down, and last player is gonna be Manunu. Can he clutch up in his 1 versus 2? But one player is gonna be flanking from the back. Number 3 and number 2, Aski. They play this perfectly into perfection. He gets spotted, but Aski misses that snipe. But there is the trade, and 5-0. One more round till match point.
Two more rounds. 2 more rounds till the win. So, I mean, it's just PUP. It's just absolutely cracked in Hacienda. It just looks like they're so comfortable at being the attacker side. And not just that, also going for that alpha push. That is just absolutely crazy SND gameplay. And they just really want to go to Conquest right now up against... obviously, Virtus Arcus is already sitting pretty over here. But now, speaking of, you get to see a lot of action going in from mid. Now, that's going to be very big kills. Gav, though, even things out. So it is a 4v4 situation. So it's a good thing that they're just being very passive. So that's a good sign. But the bomb is going to go down. They look like they just want to play for a retake right now, which is going to be the best play for them. Because so far, them attacking the side has not been good for them. And Gav, though, having 6 to his name, not really quite getting it for a 7.
Oh, this is perfect. Oh, no. Okay, yes. Just stay there. Stay,
boy.
Stay. No. Okay, that's... Yes, he makes the play. Niall with the 2-piece. And just like that, it's going to be a 3 versus 2. But, oh, and not yet over. Manunu gets one. Does he spot that player's one to the right? But he gets taken out by Marstella. Huge kill, 10 seconds to go. But the quick scope gets that kill. But there's going to be no more time for them. And it's going to be 6-0. No more time to go. And PUP... 1 round away to go to the finals of Conquest and send LGA packing home, saying goodbye, packing their bags, making them go to Cancun.
Just putting them to sleep. We need at least 1 more round here. Come on, ADMU. I believe in you.
The donut is on the verge.
Get a lot of this. Yep, we're on the verge right now. If you lose this one, it is just do or die for this team. But then that one snipe, that is definitely going to be helping them out just a little bit. One person goes down. I'll make it 2. LGA still hanging on, and now definitely better at the attacker side. And not just like that, Coles with a beautiful double. And now Bibbs is the only person left with the RPD. But if it's going to be one weapon that can go in to spray and take everyone down, it is the RPD.
If this happens, if she clutches to the 1 versus 5, I will sell my house. I'm kidding.
That's not even your house, Jericho.
Yeah, it's not even my house.
That's your parents' house.
But here we go. 1 versus 5. This should be around for LGA.
No.
Okay. Come now. Okay, we know. 6-1. Finally, the breadstick coming through from ADMU. But, I mean, you have to be perfect. Like, capital perfect, Beef Mommy.
Capital P for perfect. They just need to just shut down PUP. And now it looks like attacking is definitely easier for them. So I'm glad to see that. I'm really hoping there's going to be a lot more presence when it comes to the attacker's side. Because obviously that one big kill, Manunu has a really big kill. Gets rid of Aishi. So that's a really good start here so far for this team.
That is true. That's going to be more players coming through. Just trades back for PUP. Starting to see some cracks here. And finally, Bibbs gets taken down. And LG Altair, they are focused. They know they can't lose a round anymore. And if you are PUP, stop making the freestyles work as a team here. Mael with 11 kills. Let's see if they can keep it up. Bibbs on your screen. Mael with 11 as well. But look at this. Look at ADMU. They are not switching their place. They're just going to keep on going for A over and over again.
It is the A game right now. That's definitely going to be very impressive for both of these teams. Don't really want anything to do with Bravo. And if you were ADMU, you should probably do a little bit of a different play. But it's a good thing that we get to see player number 3. That's going to be Mael going in for the backside push for the flank. But Aishi gets a beautiful 2-piece. That's not going to be very good because we get to see one more play coming through.
Bibbs, he spots one player to go. That's gonna be Banana, the last player alive. It's gonna be Coles. It's all up to you. Your Conquest dreams is in your hands, Coles. Can you clutch it in a 1 versus 3? Coles spots one on the left. spots Aski. He's gonna get challenged, gets one, but more plays, but it doesn't matter. And PUP are going to Conquest. They send LGA home. And look at that, they make it happen. And PUP, Pylon Phantoms, they take game number 5, Beef. What a beautiful, beautiful way to end it for PUP.
That was a beautiful end to the series. And now we finally get to see it. That was just amazing. I'm absolutely speechless with that search and destroy because of how I think it was dominating. I'm trying to figure out if there was some sort of bright spot for ADMU, but they just struggled every time in search and destroy. And yes, a while ago in standoff, that was a little bit closer when it comes to the points, but here it was just hands down amazing. Maybe there was only like a few moments in the attacking side where ADMU just absolutely crushed it, but without a doubt, PUP absolutely deserved it. But it looks like it's not going to be a green versus blue at Conquest. Absolutely not. It's going to be a green versus maroon, and we like to see that underdog just proving everyone wrong.
Proving everyone wrong, and a lot of people's had LGA here to go on to that stage. They did have the 2-1 lead. They had the lead in hardpoint, but unfortunately, in the end, it was just all PUP. And like I said, S&D wins you championships, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely.
They didn't win a championship here, but they did get their spot in Conquest. And there you go. Let's take a look at the brackets here. But look at the way that PUP had to go through. Losers round 1, losers round 2, losers round 3, losers round 4. They were running their way to the LAN on July 23, and now they are going to up against DLSU Viridus Arcos, the best team in this tournament. But hey, if they can upset ADMU, they can also upset DLSU. But it's pretty hard. But hey, if they can do it, they can get my respect.
This is like a David and Goliath situation where Viridus Arcos has been on top for the past few seasons. And no one has brought them down. No one has even dented their run here. And it looks like we're seeing a giant killer here. So PUP Python's looking like they want to dethrone the Kings and be the Kings themselves. The Kings and Queens, may I add, because of how diverse this team is, not only in the skills, but also it's a mix of men and women in a team that, you know what, gender doesn't even matter. This is like, that's the best part. It doesn't matter. And it's just really nice to see how they've brought down so many huge teams already in there. You've seen it. Jericho has pointed it out. 4 teams already. 4 brackets from the lower bracket just going into the finals. That is just so amazing. That is a very tiring journey, but nonetheless, they made it.
Tiring but fulfilling. And now they are going to Conquest, where you can catch them at the finals. I mean, just great stuff happening from them. Don't forget, guys, to follow the Conquest Festival on Facebook for more updates on our events, influencers, and tickets. Guys, I think they still have some more tickets coming through.
Day 2.
It's just the final. It's the final. I would say last 2 weeks before you can say it. We'll see you there. So you better get your tickets now ASAP. Could be a lot of people there. Kaide, Razzie Binks, Oh My Venus, V-Wise, Maggie Carr,
everyone,
Beef Mommy. Beef Mommy. Beef Mommy. There.
Isa pa. Okay, thank you so much for that, for the hype. I really appreciate that. But yeah, with that being considered, we got 2 teams, y'all, battling it out. Just having that beautiful storyline that we have. Viridus Arcos representing DLSU, Pylon Phantoms representing PUP. Who is gonna win it all? We're gonna be seeing you at Conquest 2022, July 23. Don't forget that. Mark it into your calendar. Not just that. Also, go to July 24 as well, because there's gonna be a lot more in store for you guys. But anyway, it has been done for us. This is the end of the road here at the playoffs. It has been an absolute pleasure casting for you guys. It is me, Beef Mommy. Casting with me here today is a beautiful Jericho, and a while ago, if you missed them, Gas Talks Fast. It's been an absolute pleasure. We'll see you soon.
Peace.